Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, join our cult. Hello and welcome once again to the Cultaholic Weekly Podcast. Endorsed, sponsored and loved by Mark Leslie, Reno2200 and Noah Anderson. No, we didn't forget you last week. Why would you say such a thing? You just didn't hear it. Listening to the dulcet tones of Maffew, joined as always by the lovely Ross and the amazing Jack the Jobber.
Hello.
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 How are you?
Hello.
Lads? How are you two?
Off me tits on moose juice. What a way to start a
Moose
Friday.
juice.
All right.
Moose juice. The Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast, unofficially brought to you by Moose Juice.
By unofficially, you mean not at all brought
Not
to you
at
by
all
Moose
brought to you
Juice.
by the fact I was given a free can by a man, and I'm here now drinking it today.
Was this part of Adam Pachitti's Costco trip the other day?
No, it wasn't. It was the last time I'm going to mention Jim, because I'm not going to be one of those knobheads
Oh,
who
yeah.
talks about the gym all the time. But I got the induction, and me and Owen got a free can each. But Owen is a sensible man who has his life put together, meaning he doesn't need a boost in the morning from some moose juice, because he probably has some, I don't know, some smoothies or
Something sensible.
yeah,
Something
something
very
sensible. So that's why I'm here with this week. It's my last ever moose juice.
Oh, hope it's a good one.
Aye, so do I.
You're checking the bottom for numbers, make sure it's a good number.
I like Bucky.
Yay!
Allegedly. Wait, apparently it's not true, is it? The numbers on the bottom of a Bucky mean nothing. Oh.
Kayfabe.
Kids, if you have a higher number, that's a worse bottle of Bucky. The lower the number, the thicker the buck fast, and therefore the more severe effect it'll have on your soul.
Just reminds me of Jen now.
Yeah.
Bucky.
Yeah.
Oh, a wee bottle of Bucky.
Yeah.
I've been sat next to Fraser since everyone's been back in the office, and I'll just do his voice and then apologise every time.
There are certain phrases he says, phrases from Fraser, should be a segment on the podcast.
Yes.
Oh.
Because there's certain things he says that are like velvet rubbing down your cheek.
He does have a nice voice.
Oh, he
Like,
does.
it's not an abrasive Scottish accent.
No,
it's a really soothing
It's
one.
a lovely Edinburgh Scottish
Yeah,
accent.
lovely Edinburgh
What's
one.
an expression what's a phrase from Fraser?
It's hard to come off the top of the head. It's just, you sort of catch things in the mid-afternoon. He just goes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's Sean Connery sat there.
I said something, and then he was like, I think I was writing a script for a video or something, and he was like, oh, that's a good one, eh? Eh, at the end. Oh, that's a good one, eh? Oh. Made me extra confident to leave it in.
Oh, did he?
Did he, eh? Okay.
That's good. I got really drunk last night.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, how unprofessional.
Tell the
Isn't it
story,
great?
Matthew. Tell the story.
My friend Pastor Pal is back up in from being in Brighton all this time. But they used to live in Newcastle upon time. So came back up, say, yay, let's go out and socialise and do what normal people do on a Thursday. And we did a pub quiz. Didn't know there was a pub quiz on. We went in. He goes, yeah, it'll be a pub quiz.
Was it
And he just
Revs?
plays over the tannoy? No.
Wasn't Revs, because my uni days, Thursday nights, was Revs pub quiz. Many controversial team names that I will not repeat on the podcast.
Yeah, we had the quiz till maze.
Oh.
Yeah, and so the waiting room seems to plug in places, I guess. And yeah, they're now automated, I guess. It's like you get the app, you type in the code, and it just plays over the thing.
No, that removes some of the charm.
Yeah.
No, but at the same time, though, it's like, all right, you get like 10 seconds or so down to the question, and you have to answer. You have to just type it on your phone, like the first letter of whatever the answer is.
Hashtag against modern pub quizzes.
I've heard you
I'm
can't even-
kind of with you.
I've heard you can't even stand at pub quizzes anymore these days.
You know that they arrest you for saying you do pub quizzes.
Yeah.
Quizzes without quizmaster is nothing. Just like football without fans is nothing.
Was that the end of the night, or did you?
It was the start of the night because
Yeah.
we lost by 1 point.
Oh.
But the winning team were like, well, you get like 30 quid on the bar tabs. Like, I'll get some shots. It's like, oh, thanks, yay. Didn't help by the fact that we were like, every time we got a question right, we're like, yeah, EC dub.
Oh,
and then every time
no.
it comes up, you did not get it right. Who else got it right? And it gives the other teams. They're like, who are they? Who did that? And you look around the pub at these, hoping it's not,
Where was this?
It was
Waiting
last
room.
night, yeah.
Where's that? Which one's that?
Yeah, the train station. Trying to think.
Over
Was
the
it-
room.
Yeah.
Over the room, over the road.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it?
I
Was
know
it?
what you-
Oh, is it a bit of
It's
like
got a new name now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'll call it that though.
bit like a gothy?
They do the Pie Master.
Bit of a
thing.
gothy crowd.
No. It's,
Oh, no,
It's
no.
like
Oh.
it was a Yates's.
So you were chanting.
That's right.
You were
Thrilling
chanting,
podcasting this.
You were chanting
thrilling.
EC dub in a normie bar.
But we were friends. So
Oh, right.
It's like ironically. But you're like, yeah, haha, I'll do it like that. And then get another question right. They're like, loud as hell. Like, no, calm down. We are in a civilization.
What shots did you have, Maffew?
Fireball.
Oh, that's rough. Not a slippery nipple?
Well, not yet, but we
I
just started.
used to love a slippery nipple.
What's a slippery nipple?
You get a bit of sambuca
Uh-huh.
in the bottom half, and then your barman gets or a bar person, sorry, gets a spoon and drizzles Baileys on so it separates.
Oh.
And there is your slippery nipple. Bish,
try
bosh,
that.
bash. Disgusting on the way down, but a lovely feeling afterwards. A warm, fuzzy sensation.
That's
Yeah.
the Bailey.
Like Fraser is in your body. Talking.
Now it's
a
talking.
lovely, warm, fuzzy sensation comes over you.
Well, speaking of warm, fuzzy sensations coming over us, the news. AEW Rampage, which you'll add on as the news and the segment.
Oh,
Otherwise,
man. Oh, it's CM Punk week. It's CM Punk Day.
Yes.
If I got into work earlier, I was going to give myself a Pepsi tattoo.
Oh.
In tribute to the great man himself.
Great man. That's right. Because he loves Pepsi.
He loves Pepsi.
He
Don't know
does.
why, like, but you know.
Because he's straight edge.
Yeah, but like, I prefer,
Well, that's what they do. It's like, oh, I'm not drinking beer.
if I'm given the option of a full-fat Coca-Cola or a full-fat Pepsi, I'm going full-fat Coca-Cola.
Yeah, true. I read that it was because all his mates, well, when they were young, when they were teenagers and stuff, it was cool to get tattoos of like the Budweiser look, like beer logos. So for a joke, but that doesn't explain why he prefers Pepsi though.
What would I'll be having a Mountain Dew tattoo there?
Dr Pepper for me.
Dr. Pepper. Ribena.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Sunny D.
Ribena.
Oh, God, no. Last time I had that, it came out the wrong way.
Oh, lovely.
So it's not like in the adverts, it turns out. Rampage last week.
Yes.
Yep.
Guess it's counted news because TNT and Tony Khan tout AEW Rampage rating success. And that's good things. Launch Rampage has been considered a huge success by AEW, the inaugural edition, and this has also coincided with a bunch of signings. 2.0 have signed with AEW. Good for Matt Lee and Jeff Parker. Also, Fuego del Sol lost to
We're going to
Miro.
talk about it in the.
Oh, we actually added it, have we?
aye.
Oh,
just a tie. It's a little. There's like 3 points in the This Week in Wrestling.
That's fair enough. That wasn't true. That's cool. And
But
then
yes, they did. They signed Fuego del Sol,
they did.
and he was a happy boy.
It was a shoot signing.
That's
if that
it.
makes any
That
sense.
was the news. They didn't tell him.
Yeah.
yeah, like Cedric Alexander's maybe was in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I believe it. Triple H, yeah,
Just hamming it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he did it.
He did. NXT news, it's been noted that WWE are preparing to pre-tape 3 episodes of NXT next week
Okay.
for NXT Takeover 36. So none of the champs can lose to anybody on Raw in the meantime, I guess. While there'll be no formal word from the promotions whether there's a permanent shift to production, Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men podcast is reporting that USA Network are unhappy with the move. Quote, a tape show is not what we paid for.
True, that's
Oh,
fair enough.
yeah.
I mean,
Ructions.
you would be annoyed.
He would be annoyed,
Andrew
yeah.
Zarian, he's burst onto the scene, that lad. He's everywhere.
He's well put together. Just generally, just a lovely haircut. Lovely.
Oh, I don't know what he looks like. Well,
He's also a fantastic wrestling journalist, but more importantly, he's got a strong head of hair, a lovely beard, and a wonderful voice as well.
Oh, man after my own heart.
Do I fancy him? Probably.
Yeah. After hard-hitting news like that, how could you not?
Whoa!
Excuse
whoa.
me, microphone.
Why are so many of these?
Shoot on the mic like
Oh
Steiner.
man, yeah, he is. He's very tidily put together. Bloke.
Young Jamie.
Why are?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Richard's back on the pod,
But this is
everyone.
the
It was
whole-
Andrew last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, just while we're killing time here.
Andrew.
A-N.
He's gonna come
So-
in. Are you all right, lads?
A. Ro. A. A. No. There you go. But just while we're killing time here, the news of NXT is conflict. Look at him there. Wow.
Wow.
It's conflicting news, isn't it? How do you
don't,
feel about
don't
it?
put the picture of him next to us. We'll look like Come on, man.
I'm
Oh,
sure he
same.
loves this, but I don't know how I feel about the news because obviously you think about NXT being taped, and that was the glory years. Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, bit before that as well. But then you think, surely there's got to be a big difference between tape shows on the network and tape shows on the USA network.
Why?
And in terms of spoilers and things getting out and whatnot, unless there's going to just, I don't know, General Adnan. What's he called off SmackDown? I've got the wrong general.
Commander Aziz.
Commander Aziz.
SummerSlam 91 headliner.
He's going to be stood there just like monitoring everybody. Just looking for a mobile phone.
Yeah.
Sees a mobile phone, the Nigerian nail comes out.
Like, what's his name? I've got his name, being on the long-haired lad off Twitter who got, like,
Matthew Gregg.
Who got politely asked to leave NXT.
Yes, the guy who did the
yes.
scoops from,
George.
Sorry, pal. You know who you are.
Yeah.
I hope.
He takes wonderful photographs, though.
Yeah.
He's gone to AEW now.
Yeah, WWE know this.
Yeah.
He's jumped ship.
He has. He's done a Luger.
God, this is a real war.
Shows him down.
They get him in. Well, Tony Khan would be the sort of, you get him in the ring. Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah.
So,
How do you feel about the news of NXT getting, not only the roster apparently getting changed to bigger, beefier lads, but also not being live anymore?
I am interested to see where it goes because, as you've said, on one hand, yeah, pre-taped and getting beefy lads, that sounds weird. But on the other hand, yeah, the Glorious NXT were based around that. So it'd be cool to see what the direction is going to be, if it's going to change, because I like a lot of the talent in NXT, but I find a lot of the time yourself watching NXT going, this isn't that interesting. That wrestler's interesting. That wrestler's interesting. What they're doing right now is uninteresting.
I had that big time with this week's episode, as we'll speak about later. Apart from Dexter and Indy, it was a very indie show, but a different kind of indie. You know what I mean? How do you feel, Jack, in your great wrestling mind?
I agree.
Drink more of that.
I agree that NXT has lost something, especially since it started going to 2 hours and the matches became really long-winded and stuff. And even though I had more of a tolerance for that than some people, it does get old when every match on a show is like a million kickouts, as you've said. But I don't think the answer is what Vince and Nick Khan have reportedly decided, because I think NXT was like a safe haven for little sad indie lads like me to go and watch and be like, oh, it's WWE, but the smaller guys and they can do all the indie things. And I think they'll lose something in the process of trying to gain something.
Oh, that's the go home line, kids. Sorry. Triple Mania.
Oh, it's your favourite show of the year?
Yeah, but it's just a nice show now. It was when Vampiro was running it. It was just,
Play my music.
Wow.
Vampiro has to wait for his music to hit to signify his
A
intention.
yard away from the ring. Matt Striker going, yes, but the significance of the music is... Matt Striker's like, say anything, say anything. Anyway, but no, this was actually a fun event, but the thing that people are talking about is, of course, Mr. Ric Flair.
The most underrated wrestler in the world. Overrated, sorry, according to Adam Pacitti, as we've established.
Oh, he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah, then
he said Lou Tez was better than him.
I tried to give him an out and said, like, I don't know if Adam's just said that to rile me up. And then the comments were like, Adam's talked about this on stream before. He thinks Flair's overrated. Leader. God, that came across very bitter from me.
Yeah, so the big match following the event was brought by some guy that Wrestling Reserve we've never heard of. Now, Andrade was originally booked to defeat Omega, but AEW asked AAA to hold off the title change. Five Select, also known as AEW, made the request to AAA as far as back as July, because obviously we'll get into that what happens in Rampage. But just in the whole story, though, apparently they were going to do that. It's actually boring. But Omega pitched to lose the title after he discovered Ric Flair was going to be in Andrade's corner. It's the Best Bout Machine thought it would be a great story. Tony Khan went, yeah, but could not do it yet. I went, all right. Andrade also confirmed that Charlotte Flair had asked WWE for permission to be at the event, and she was backstage. However, she was not on camera.
But also, WWE had promoted Charlotte Flair to be at a live event in Charlotte, North Kakalaki, sorry, woo woo woo, but didn't announce the fact that she wasn't going to be there until the show was just about to start. So obviously everyone saw the footage of Nikki ASH getting booed out the building at that live event. I don't think that's down to her. I think that's down to a crowd being promised something, and then that thing not being there. That person not being there.
Yeah. No, I think it was well said, pal. Bait and switch. Good old WWE. And yeah, it's amazing to see Ric Flair was there. And Andrade apparently was like, can Ric Flair be there? Let me ask him. Can you be there? Yeah, sure, pal. And apparently they were in the dressing room. He was in a suit and chains. And he's talking about his match. He had a bash at the beach and then broke out into Hindu squats in a suit. It was nice that Flair was there, having come via train.
Oh.
And having been on a train as well.
I was going to say, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Editor's note. Ric Flair has since pointed out on Twitter that was not him because Ric Flair does not ride trains.
Good answer. He's jet flying.
That was the only thing that had.
The only
that can't be
objection.
him. It's a train.
I hope if he does debut in AEW, just like the first line of his promo, well, I just got here by train, and then just to see what the reaction would be. Hey dear, people,
I don't even think about the concept of America having trains. Not since like the Old West, not like that sort of. But nowadays, you never hear. Is there any films and stuff where they get the train in America? A domestic train?
Ruby Soho got the train
Did she?
on
She
a
got the
little
train?
promo video.
But
Teasing
she's-
AEW because
but
the ticket
she's-
was going from Orlando to New York, I think.
New York. She's from the steampunk times, though.
The locomotive age
Yeah.
of steampunk.
Yeah.
That's the Wild Wild West.
Yeah. Which Will Smith chose over The Matrix, famously.
Oh, God, he did.
What a silly Billy.
God.
Why have a...
It's a good film, that though. I like
Wild
when
Wild West?
The guy builds the big thing and then the
Yeah.
it's a good.
It
that.
does look stunning. It's just
not the
changing the
Matrix.
rest of the film and the plot wasn't quite as beautiful as the steampunk designs. WWE's NXT, that's not how you say that. Adam Cole says he will never give up his Twitch stream. Quote, there's been a lot going on lately, and I will make sure absolutely everyone knows that this is going nowhere. It's going absolutely nowhere. Good. What a lovely man that Adam Cole is.
Yeah.
Wow, we heartily endorse any raids on any channel he decides to rage on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
he's
nice to
great.
hear though. Sorry, Jack, go on.
No, sorry, he's just a great guy. That's all I was going to say.
Great guy.
Chiming in. He's
Yeah.
a great guy.
It's good to see people with big dick energy though in the wrestling.
Right?
Because there's certain people. I'm thinking of Charlotte. I'm thinking of other. There was Roman saying, "What they're going to do? Fire me?" Good. Take liberties with this company who just like to control folk to the most minute detail.
You're only independent contractors.
Exactly. Do it. Well done, Adam Cole.
Yeah.
The landscape's changed since
Fight the power.
beforehand it was like yes, Mr. McMahon, sir. Now it's like AEW.
But if you take
no,
that
I'm
away
keeping
from
me
me,
Twitch.
yeah.
Let me just stretch out here, Vince, on your desk. I think I'll keep me Twitch. Me
He's
and
going to
Big
lose at the
Dick.
weekend, though, isn't he? Adam Cole, and then go to the main roster. Bye-bye.
Oh, do you think he's saying?
Oh, that's a fate worse than death. Oh no.
Well, I was reading the other week. Apparently, he's had meetings with Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon likes him. Whether that's just like,
I can't-
oh, I love you. I can't wait to see you do the wrestling on my show. He's got tiny little arms. I don't like
Yeah.
it.
He's not the sort of wrestler Vince.
But look at his dick.
But Vince famously likes big, as Ross has mentioned many times, likes big sweaty men.
I've heard him say that.
But then liked one smaller sweaty man a lot, which was Shawn Michaels. Adam Cole, if you squint,
You
and
say
do that-
smaller. Shawn Michaels is still like
He's
6
6
foot
foot
one.
one.
yeah, I know, yeah. Smaller to
Yeah.
Diesel.
but if he squints, Cole's got long hair and is pretty, so maybe maybe he thinks he's like Shawn.
You sexy boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine if that's
Does
Adam
Super-
Cole's
does-
new gimmick.
Does super kicks as well?
Oh. Wow. I think Vince just likes streams.
I hope that we
I loved you playing Resident Evil 0. And also, for news no one was expecting this week, WWE COO Triple H announced today that NXT UK have partnered with non-league football team Enfield Town.
And it's Enfield Town.
The 8th tier.
Enfield
Eighth tier.
Town
The
FC.
8th tier. Premier League.
Yep.
Championship.
Yep.
League One. League Two. Conference National.
Keep going.
Conference North.
Uh-huh.
And South, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Enfield.
It's
Or maybe
me
one more than Enfield.
Okay.
They're the NXT UK division.
It's so weird. I was saying yesterday, I'd love to know how many, because obviously Arsenal's been playing wrestlers' themes as they come back up for the second half. They obviously went to Arsenal first, in my mind at least, because it's WWE, big dick energy, as we say. And how many teams they would have approached before they got to Enfield. I know their PC in London is situated in Enfield, so maybe they were the first team they went to, but not in my mind. They went for every single team, from Arsenal to West Ham, Chelsea, Leyton Orient. Name them all.
Yeah. Well, we already know
Brentford.
Vince knows where Newcastle United is, so a special 20th anniversary commemorative Enfield Town shirt has already been released, with NXT UK featured as the kit sponsor. The shirt can be purchased for £35 from Enfield Town store, which means no one at NXT UK can afford it.
Oh,
Good
man.
Lord.
You hate wrestlers, you.
Allegedly. There we
You
go.
hate wrestlers.
It was nice that they took a photo of the football player who dwarfed all of them.
He
That was
legitimately
a big-
6 foot. I think that's the only reason they've sponsored Enfield Town is to get him in the performance
Although-
centre. 6'9" he must have been. He was just about touching the cross.
Yeah, it's like Eddie Dennis was here to him.
I was showing Fraser and I was like, "He's taller than Eddie Dennis," and Fraser went, "He stood in front of him," and I looked at the feet, and he is stood slightly further forward.
Oh, but he was stood in. You ever seen the picture in the goal?
Yeah, that was the one.
His head. Oh, is he stood in front of him?
A
is
little
he?
bit, but
Oh.
not like he's still obviously a massive lad.
The dreams have been tarnished.
No, he's still a bit. Vince would love him.
The poo housery of Enfield, though, because I went on the website to look at the kit just to see how much it was yesterday morning, and the picture they've got of the kit has the badge as a normal, regular-sized football shirt sponsor badge. And you look at the shirt the fellow was wearing, the player, it takes up the entire thing. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Sponsors ruin football shirts on this football podcast.
Yeah.
You're like He-Man's chest plate. Ridiculous.
It's a badge bigger than the club's badge.
Yeah.
Against modern football.
Get the flares out. Come on.
Not on the train.
What a weird
Got
thing,
a
though, eh?
Video idea. We went to an Enfield Town match.
Shall we?
We took Adam Pacitti to an Enfield Town match.
Oh.
Just imagine it. Oh, got some chippies. Why
Yes,
am
come
I
on, good
bullying
team.
Pacitti today? I feel
Both
bad.
teams have a good match. Oh, whatever.
He's been to one, he said.
Watford, yeah.
Yeah, he supports
Oh.
Watford. I've been to one match. It was 0-0. Great day. Big time. he was taking the proverbial.
It's hard to tell with him sometimes, though, isn't it?
Not once do you know him. If he ever
I
says
don't know him.
if he ever says the phrase "big time," he's
Oh.
being a silly Billy. Richard's nodding over there.
Oh, right. Oh.
Richard's like, I don't know that well.
That's
Yeah.
good.
If you ever say something, he goes, "Yeah, big time." You're like, don't believe him.
Oh, no. Right. So that's good advice for people getting to meet Adam Pacitti, I guess.
Yeah.
All of them.
He's just going to say big time all the time. That's
know.
just winds people up.
Oh.
We're going to have a fight when we get out of the studio, I think.
Good.
Just be waiting there. Put them up, guys.
Big time fight. And also, yeah, we were in Forbes.
Oh, yeah.
Cheeky shout out for the Twitch.
Adam Pacitti was in four.
And thinking outside the box.
Traditional, as he put it. Traditional. Mike Stubbs, if you're watching.
No, it was a good article.
Traditional Twitch streams don't count, apparently.
Mike Stubbs
I
was
did
in
say
mine and
that.
Owen's stream.
He wasn't in mine, so
Commented.
mine doesn't count.
Yours was in the
Unlike some normal Twitch streams where they play retro games, I'm like, I see, is this it?
or normal games like FIFA
Yeah,
and Football Manager. Yeah.
The slander. It's disgusting.
Or Aladdin for the Mega Drive.
It was a lovely write-up and a
Really
nice
good piece.
interview with Adams, and obviously with Adam, just one Adam, appreciate the big exposure on Forbes, which included "See you next Tuesday" in the article on Forbes, which I thought was amazing.
Bloody hell.
Oh, really?
It was a letter C, letter U, then next Tuesday.
Ah.
High school is still alive and well.
Yeah.
Or was that middle school? Sorry, primary school for everybody else. I had middle
Then, now, forever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
school. Is that the news?
It was the
We've got
news.
more news.
We have got more news.
Your cow.
Oh, you bat. Yes, the horrible news this week that Ronnie the tiny cow has passed away.
Yeah.
So the other animals will be getting together. Long Boy. I guess it can't be the pallbearer together because Long Boy's so tall if you're at that angle. But
Jordan Angle.
Manky Swans
Pord
send their
May.
condolences.
Pord May.
Pord May.
Which one was Pord May?
Johnny Gargano's Happy Dog.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, more on that later. And Fat Lump. I couldn't. I tried. Fat Lump is very upset.
Fat Lum.
The little dog. Well, the big dog.
Oh, yeah.
The little big dog.
Fat little dog.
little big canine.
So rest in peace, Rani.
Yeah, rest in peace,
Rest in
Ranny.
peace.
Um,
Wait, Ronnie didn't win that Hall of Fame, did it?
no, but we mentioned Ranny.
Oh. The runner-up to the Hall of Fame has passed away.
Leave the memories alone. Hello, my friend.
No. Sold out crowd of like 100,000 people all breaking COVID rules to go see it.
Yeah.
This man
It reminds me
again,
now- so I saw Fraser showed me a bit of Parks and Recreation, which I've not watched. It's Sebastian the little horse.
Yeah, little
And
horse.
the miserable
Oh.
character who's a meme from Parks and Recreation.
Ron Swanson.
Swanson,
It's
yeah.
the only time I've ever seen a clip where he's happy.
That's it.
He's like, "Oh, well done, Leslie," and he claps his hands above his head because the little horse is there.
It's like a town hero, like a national treasure, but
Yeah.
in Pawnee.
Yes.
Pawnee.
And then it dies, and then they write a song about it, and the big concert and everything.
Oh, we're going to have to do a song about it.
Oh, we'll have to hold a big concert
Oh.
in Monument. Coming next week.
Ranny.
Oh,
Tribute
no.
concert featuring Bono, And Bob Geldof for Ranny.
Like a candle in the wind.
Or as he would say today,
Glastonbury.
I want to see Elton John live, but no one will go with us.
Oh, he's doing Staying Light, isn't he?
No,
He's not very good anymore.
Okay.
That's why you want to see him.
£100 a ticket though, which put me off a bit. I looked earlier. There was a £66 option. I was like, it's a bit tempting thing to go and see Elton John make a mess of his own songs. Bless the guy. But no one will go.
Bless him though, because he's doing Staying Light because it's his retirement tour. So he wants to play the place and he goes, right, yeah, I'm definitely not going to come back here. Sorry, just have to. And that was a long emotional slab of news.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
Now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, the Hall of Fame.
Yay.
In condescending order from last week, the noble sport of geocaching, 13%. Not quite that noble then, I guess. We're in Forbes. Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano's very happy dog, Padme, P-A-W-D-M, whatever. 41%, clearly not a pun there that people got. But miles ahead, maybe not on the SmackDown, but definitely in our hearts, Baron Corbin, in brackets, poor. Yes.
Wait.
Poor Baron Corbin.
What percent was that?
45.
45, 41, and 13.
Yeah.
Is
That
that
was a simple copy and paste job from the
45,
Patreon.
41? You know what? I'm bad at maths.
You
It makes
okay?
sense. Sorry, it checks out. Well done, Matthew. Well done.
A lot of people like the implication I'm lying, but with a staggering 83%, Baron Corbin. Such a successful, entertaining character right now. As perverse as it is in these horrible times of people being genuinely unemployed.
Perverse.
Yeah.
He's perverse type.
Well, we got rid of 300 people. Baron Corbin, you're now poor. Don't care. Great gimmick.
It's a very fair point, actually.
Yeah. Oh, it's me to go first. It's been a while since that's happened.
It's been a while. Elton John's next hit.
Yeah, I saw them at Leeds one year, Stained, and they played really good. I was like, oh, they're all right, yeah. And they went, okay, cool, bye. And that was the end of the set. They treated it like they just stopped serving at the till. We've got to go in the back. It was awesome. That is not my pick. My pick is, they sound like some people who do these little picks. Looking at you, Jack. The noble art of going to a wrestling show. Because by the time you're probably watching this, I will be at NCL's show tomorrow.
You will. You
On
always
Saturday.
call them NCL,
NCL,
not
yeah.
North Wrestling. They're either or.
But they do NC. You gotta have an abbreviation,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Even if it doesn't really fit, if we're being
Yeah.
honest. But,
Newcastle.
yeah. North Wrestling are doing a show. And I've spent the last, year and a half going, I don't need to go any show. I don't need to hang out with these wrestlers. They're all fake. All their mates are dirty and all this stuff. But you know what? After, it's coming up to closer to 2 years, that is a year and a half now, of doing sod and all. Who am I kidding? I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing so many people I've missed out in the crowd, fans, people doing stuff, other people involved in shows and stuff who I just haven't interacted with all this time. I'm going to miss hanging out and just going, yay, the graps. It's there.
graps.
It's in front of us.
Bloody
It's
grabs.
happening. Interacting, yelling at people, going, boo, you suck, at the bad guys, and going, yeah, you're not bad, at the good people. I'm hyped for that.
Fair enough.
I can't believe how much I've missed it until it's like actual show happened, and I'll try to convince myself otherwise. It's just not happening. So, yeah.
It's a small section of our audience, but anyone going to North, please remember that it's at the Anarchy Brewery now, not the Riverside anymore. So don't turn up at the Riverside. It's at the Anarchy Brewery.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Probably got a DJ on the Riverside to have a good time.
I'm glad you're looking forward to it. I'm sad I can't go, but like this weekend is just busy.
That's fine. They'll hopefully, well, fingers crossed, there'll be more shows.
Or am I helping Liam in the main event? I'm not. But no, that's a good one. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to be nice and noble, but it's like a genuine feeling right now because now shows are happening again. People are hopefully going out to these things. No matter what part of the world they're in. It's happening again.
Things are getting back to normal a bit.
I'll go there and it'll be crap.
Well, yeah, but you
And I won't care.
You can just have a drink then, can't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There'll be friends there. I'll go,
Well, I think-
that show was horrible. You see that? See you next month.
I think Fraser's going, so say hello to him if you see Fraser.
I will. And he'd be like, thank you for saying all those nice things about us, pal.
Now got a little bit of whisker and the rocks.
It's Sean Connery now.
It's actually Sean Connery now. Someone gets put through an electric fence. Oh, shocking.
Yeah.
Oh, Fraser. So that's my pick. Ross, you were second place. What have you got for
I'm going to go for, it's been a while since I've done a proper self-indulgent one, so I'm going to go for me drip for SummerSlam 2021. Because I put it on yesterday and I felt $1 million. $1 million there, Maffew. But Richard, young Jamie, fire up my Instagram page, please. So if people haven't watched it, predictions. Let's run through the content.
Wow, you look amazing. Sorry, it's Andy Zarian. Sorry, pal.
Bit of a drop off. Ross on Wrestling. Yeah, Ross on Wrestling on Instagram. Pictures for SummerSlam on the channel now. He's done a new concept. What's it called, Jack?
It's called We React or I React or reacting to your most. It's reacting to your most outlandish SummerSlam predictions. It's not quite a new concept because people seem to have forgotten.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Are they seeing this on screen as it happens?
Oh, no.
You see it on the
Go on my
thumbnail.
Twitter, Richard. Go on my Twitter. They might be able to access it there. Put it everywhere. But yes.
I've reacted to some tweets. It's quite funny. Check it out. People seem to have liked it so far. What is going on here?
What happened to Met with technology? We should load
What
these
else
up
have we-
beforehand, shouldn't we? What
else have we got?
What else have we? Myself and Andrew have done predictions for SummerSlam 2021, and this is I felt like I should. Oh, look at that!
Oh,
hey, look
mate.
at this, everybody! $1 trillion. Yeah, myself and Andrew have done prediction. I just felt like a young buck with this streak I'm on. With one victory on the prediction since I've come back after the pandemic.
Yeah.
Undefeated I am, so I was like, I'll dress up like a young buck and release my inhibitions, feel the rain on my skin. No one else can do it for you. Yep, so myself and Andrew will be back with NXT TakeOver predictions, where there won't be a punishment this time. Oh my God. We found out that anime body pillow is actually a boy.
Yeah, this caused a bit of
What?
It's an incredibly.
That's a bit of a left turn. What's happening?
It's an incredibly. What's the word? Androgynous, where they've got qualities of both.
Yes.
It's a very androgynous body pillow.
He's wearing tights and he's got a skirt on. He's got like a crop top
Got all
on.
the traditional hallmarks of. But
What
at the same
anime?
time,
Wait, I'm coming halfway through a conversation.
The punishment for the SummerSlam 2021 predictions. The loser has to take an anime body pillow on a date at Coop Chicken House soon.
Right.
So the loser has to,
And then
I
we-
imagine, get dressed up and just treat it like a
Have you?
regular...
Do you have the body pillow?
It's
then? Have you-
upstairs, yes.
Yeah.
But we put the video
Put it
live,
online.
and I called the body pillow Beryl, because, you know, wanted to give it a traditional old school British name.
Hawaii.
And then the video went live, and then everyone's like, you do know that's a boy, don't you?
We were like, oh man.
And I'm like, no.
If only we had a weeb in the office to let us know. Why didn't Sam tell her?
Oh yeah.
Or Richard?
Did I ask you, Richard? I asked someone, and they were like,
Rich is I plead the fifth.
I asked someone, they were like, no, I've got no idea who that is, but it looks like it does like a girl. So apologies to, I forget the name, begins with an A. Apologies to that anime character. So yeah, the loser has to take that. The loser has to walk through Newcastle City Centre arm in arm with an anime body pillow,
no, that's worse than the coop bit.
and then go to the illustrious Coop Chicken
He's
House.
gone. He's loving it.
And take it on a date, sit down at a table across from one another, and have a nice romantic chicken meal.
Are you looking forward to that video then? Is it the mistake
I
or
want
is
to
it the...
show up, for this is the night. Oh, Christ.
Aye, but then the so NXT Takeover predictions will be on there as well tonight. In a few hours, Maffew's still gone. As the podcast, we should do the plugs at the end. We do always do the plugs at the end. People skip this segment, don't we?
No.
Why would the?
It's everyone's favourite segment.
But I'm going to go for me drip because I felt like $1 million.
Ross's drip.
Jack Atkins lent me his trainers, which the comments went wild for.
Really?
Good.
Because I'm not into trainer culture at all. But they are. Oh, what was the phrase? Talk amongst yourselves.
Drippy.
Banging.
Skeezy?
Steezy?
Steezy.
Steezy.
I
You've got
sent him-
style
I
and ease.
I sent him a message last night, which I'm going to just quickly pull up.
All right.
Come on, technology.
What kind of shoes were they?
Stussy dunks. Whatever that means. The comments
What?
went
Is that
wild
real?
for Stussy dunks.
I have to say
Dusty
that
dog.
I'm not sure if Stussy's like an adjective or maybe it could be a verb, or is it just what the shoes are? It's a brand. Oh. It's not as good as I thought then. I thought Stussy meant like, yo, that's so cool. That.
that's pure Stussy.
That's pure Stussy.
That's dead Chanel.
That's dead barrel.
Yeah.
Aye, so
I have to say, Jack Atkins as well. I don't know if he's quite there, but he's nearing Richard Tubman in terms of the.
I just think you're going to start.
All right,
I don't know if he's quite there.
Oh no!
It's a chip short of a Happy Meal.
No, he's approaching Richard Tubman in the sort of cultaholic drip stakes, but he's not quite. It's close. It's close. Do you rate Jack Atkins as drip? Yeah, fair.
I would argue. I'm gonna maybe the table here will get flipped when Richard hears this, but I reckon Jack Atkins has a more extensive and varied trainer / shoe collection.
I think he does.
Oh,
He's got the shoes.
You're getting ready though, weren't
If
you?
this was like top trumps, he'd win the shoes category,
Aye.
but Richard would win like the
trousers with the angles out.
jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. Yeah.
Sorry.
So that was
Ross's
your
drip.
drip.
Aye.
Ross's drip.
Rossi drip.
Which you'll be wearing to Coop Chicken, I hope. God willing.
Mine is going to be last time. Obviously, I went for the noble sport of geoguessing. This time, and Ross will know why immediately. I'm going to go for the noble liquid of gravy, because this week, have you seen? This week,
Fire up, young Jamie. We can watch
Oh,
it.
brilliant.
It's our own video.
not only
It's the start of the predictions for SummerSlam.
is gravy wonderful, and we're all northern, so and as we know,
'Cause we brought up this last time, didn't we? Like, I was saying, what do you put in your chips?
yeah, gravy's good on.
Yeah,
chips.
that's right.
Yeah,
I
cool.
was just, okay, cool.
But
I'm
this
helping.
is what happened to do with gravy this week.
SummerSlam 2020.
Yeah, it was in the start of the predictions video, and I deliberately didn't watch this until it was like I wasn't there when it was filmed. I wanted to see it organically.
Hey, that's us.
So I have a big secret in that bin bag there, and I'm leaving. I'm
yeah.
leaving. I'm
Richard
leaving
edited
traps
this.
for Andrew. Look at him, the gullible young fool. Look at the state of him. And he thinks he can just look at my bin bag or look at the contents of my bin bag.
Oh, it's a dream
This
sequence.
is
Oh,
a
he's on the
flashback
thing.
because we're trying to remind the fans of what's going on.
That's right,
This is a
that's
little while
good.
ago. This.
Like
So
Wayne's World.
I'm explaining this that the future is in that bin bag right there, and believe me when I say the future is in that there bin bag. Goes on for a bit. This bit does, but Andrew. No, we're all right.
it's
We're
fine,
there now.
we're
We're there now. Andrew gets a bit aroused here, and he thinks I'm going to have a look in this bin bag. So he goes for it, doesn't he?
It's a bit like-
But I've got eyes and ears everywhere.
Ross.
I look like that angry bulldog character for the cartoons. What
Yeah,
was
that was quite a facial expression you did there.
Look at him. The
Oh, no,
saucy
look,
music
so
currently
close.
playing.
Oh, he's knocked Hogan down for the title.
And then
Oh.
I assault him. Boom!
Oh.
Scorned him right in the face with a bucket of gravy.
Oh.
Because, northern boys love gravy.
Oh, no.
now that's
Oh,
You might want to play this because
keep going for a little second there, Richard. Just keep it going. Then it's the predictions, and then the final little cherry joke on top.
Look at him, he's forgot a bit.
no.
We're professionals here.
Hey.
Comedy professionals.
I don't know what you're on about.
was
Literally
real.
what happened there,
It was
yeah.
real.
And then there's the drip.
Oh,
look,
there
at
he
the
is.
Look at Ric Flair. I got my nose pierced and my ears pierced, Maffew.
Oh, yeah, I can see
Got a
it.
pair of danglies on there.
Wow, that's some bin bag.
Aye.
God.
Lovely. But no one will find out the contents of me bin bag until I'm ready to spill the beans. Proverbially, not literally. Like
So
gravy.
Not spill the gravy. Yeah.
I don't think I need to say much more. The noble liquid of gravy.
the noble liquid of
And,
gravy.
and I've got to say as well,
The viscous liquid.
I watched it back. Well, once just because Andrew really plays, he just stays totally still, then turns it on. I was like, wow. And Ross, I watched it back again, just watching Ross to see if he corpsed, and he didn't. And I couldn't believe it.
I don't like Andrew.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Make no bones about it.
Very satisfying moment for you, I imagine.
I lived through watching his Desert Island Grass with Tom and then did that gravy. That's how much disdain I've got for Andrew.
Good God.
I've got no heart. Not one at all.
Oh. Right, well, that was my pick. I don't need to really elaborate on it.
Nah,
Death to
I think
Andrew.
that said it all. For the audio people, ha ha ha.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you are on the audio feed, SummerSlam predictions at the start of the video is what we've just watched there. It's only
Yes.
like 2 minutes long, don't worry.
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Not much of an investment of your time.
Yeah. God.
Oh, they're just going to hear us going, oh.
Oh. That was a mighty Hall of Fame segment. Wow. I don't envy the Patreon people's chances this week having to make a choice between all three of them. Good God.
What were the choices, Maffew?
The three choices, I'm glad you asked, are the noble, I can't say the noble after everything, can we? Can to a wrestling show.
Oh, you can say, oh, yeah, okay. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Ross's drip.
Me drip.
We say Ross's drip.
I'm Rossi Drip Drip. No, aye.
That's it. Rossi Drip Drip. People know what they're talking about there. And the noble art of gravy.
The noble liquid of gravy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't want to sound silly. No. The noble liquid of gravy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're really like cutting that off at just the northeast, aren't you?
No, other regions like gravy.
Do they?
Yeah, Yorkshire.
That's not as much
Northern
as
lads love
just
gravy.
anyone in the north. They love
that
gravy.
one didn't.
Well, you
Do you want to know
Modified.
some secrets about that gravy?
I'd love to, actually.
Well, there was a lovely, pristine white car parked like literally opposite the car door.
And it doesn't belong to someone
And
from
it doesn't
our
belong
office.
to
It's one of the
someone
other
from here.
offices. Yeah.
So we thought that car wasn't going to move for the longest time, or I thought that car wasn't going to move, and I knew what was going to happen. So I was like, I'm going to have to try and make this gravy thick, so there's not so much of a backsplash. So I tried to or a forward splash or a side splash, all the different directions of splash. So to try and thicken it up, I didn't have anything in the office but porridge oats and someone's old bag of pancake mix.
Okay.
To try and thicken it up, and that didn't work. So that's why you see little bits of whatever it is on Andrew's scalp. It's all like it didn't thicken up at all.
Oh.
But thankfully the car moved before we started shooting, so that was quite nice.
Right. Yeah, most people use like flour or something, but old pancake mix.
Could I be asked to walk all the way along to Tesco, that 5-minute walk?
Right.
No, I couldn't. So I got what it was in the office.
That is awesome. How bad would it be if, because of that crazy mix, it just didn't come off? It's like that one lad from Phoenix Night.
Oh, it's the tiger face bit.
It hasn't come off the street outside the streets, the car park outside the office
Has it
door.
not?
It's still there.
Yeah,
You can
but
see
we
it.
won't get blamed for that.
Nah.
Students live around here.
Yeah.
Students.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just experimenting them, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's
Gravy.
like, did someone call and goes, what's this? He goes, oh, the students.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know what they're like.
But what about this CCTV? Oh, it's a students.
I've just had an idea for like a novel. Just
Go on.
the gravy gets outlawed. Proceed. Write that story. How does that go from there? Civil War.
It's like The
immediately.
Purge.
I was going to say, that's
Yeah.
how the purge starts, isn't
I'm
it?
going to write that. It's going to be called Gravy Wars.
For 24 hours, gravy is legal.
Now legal again. Just Northerners. Just, make the most of it, lads. Come on.
Come in me bath. Just a bath of gravy.
I was saving this. Oh.
Oh, I'm soaking it up.
Milk the gravy cow. Where does
Oh,
gravy
is that
come
a
from?
bit of
Granules,
poultry,
what
bit
about
of poultry over there?
I knew it wasn't from a cow.
One of the most disgusting moments of my life was seeing someone get a Toby Carvery dinner when I was at uni and not going for the beef gravy, just drowning this dinner in poultry gravy.
Oh!
I nearly swung from.
That's the wrong one.
I've never seen anything like. He didn't just put, you sometimes you fill your Yorkshire pudding, you put some on your
Oh,
potatoes,
yes.
whatever. He covered the entire thing. Nathan, if you're watching, which you will be.
Yeah. Wow. That was the Hall of Fame. And don't worry, you can contribute by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic and vote anytime now.
That says this week in the wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
The long, long week in wrestling.
The long and
starts off with-
winding road. What
Starts
a
off with
tune that
SmackDown.
was.
I'm right, okay, just making sure. Cool. SmackDown. John Cena opens the show, and it's interrupted by Roman Reigns. They have a long, rambling war of words. You said it. Roman says 20 years of missionary might have been good enough for Cena, but it wasn't good enough for Nikki Bella.
Oh!
John and his new relationship must be absolutely gutted.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's moved on,
Yeah.
Roman.
So is Nikki. Not that
Aye.
one. So is Nikki.
Oh, she's had a
But
a Ben.
baby.
A baby. An offspring.
Yeah. But baby Bella. Thank you. Cena says Roman has always been protected by the system. Even in his Shield days, he almost ruined Seth Rollins and, yes, this happened, drove Dean Ambrose out of the company.
Oh!
Cena says that at SummerSlam, Roman will probably beat him down, but all he has to do is get one pinfall.
1,
Uh-huh.
2, 3. And he liked it so much, he said it about 5
He
times.
did, yeah. Counting like Barney. He says,
Cena is like Barney.
yeah.
He really is.
He did have a purple shirt once upon a time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he is from our imagination.
And he is actually a dinosaur. Is
Yeah.
that
Yes.
Nice.
He says that he'll take the Universal title, hop the barricade, and blow Roman a kiss
You'll
goodbye.
never guess what that is.
What?
It's a CM Punk reference.
No.
On WWE.
Why did he
Can't believe it!
Why did he do that?
And they've uploaded Lesnar versus Punk from SummerSlam.
And people on Twitter are actually going like, he's going to turn up in WWE instead. No, he's not.
It is great.
Shut up.
Anything. Like, well, I listened to Rancid the other day. That's Punk! Punk music! That's all it takes.
Oh no,
It's so good.
this one was blatant from Cena though.
Yeah, this was weird because it's almost like John Cena saw the CM Punk pipe bomb, was like, I'm going to do that.
I'm going to do some shooting.
And it doesn't work for me. As much as Cena come out going, look, I'm John Cena, I'm this, I'm that, I'm everything, I'm going to beat you up. And it could have a movie with my massive Adam Cole hanging out my pants. And this was just like, yeah, you've been protected by the system.
So have you, John.
So have you, John.
Yeah, the numbers haven't been as good with you on top.
Same with you, John.
I'm like, what are we doing right now?
It was weird. Cena, I think this was. We all talk about how we wish promos were less tightly scripted in WWE, but I still think they need to be, like, the content of it needs to have parameters. I feel like they just let John do what he wanted. And John, just my pal. I feel like they let him just do what he wanted. And I think, shoot comments are fun for, like, popping a crowd and stuff, but they have to, you can't just throw them out for no reason. Like, they have to make sense in the context of...
You chased Dean Ambrose out.
He
Comes
didn't.
like,
He had nothing to do with that.
What?
Yeah.
The Shield wasn't even a thing. I know they were a thing right at the end, but, the things that led up to Ambrose going, Roman had nothing to do with it, did he?
You were protected by good booking. What?
I hope Roman batters him.
I reckon, right, if Cena was a heel, right, and he was cutting this promo speaking about Roman's below average D, calling him a D bag, a D head, and a huge disappointment, I think we'd be liking it. It's like Kenny Omega is a nerd trying to be cool and just like how that funny thing works. That's what John's doing there. That's what John was being, like a Kenny Omega kind of heel. But he wasn't. He's trying to be John Cena and a role model to the kids, but he's there speaking about Roman's winky.
I will say, though,
You're a D-head.
The content of it wasn't brilliant, but I still think he delivers it well. He's John Cena still.
He's so sassy, isn't he?
Yeah.
But wait,
This was feeling it, yeah. Whoa! You know what I mean? He puts that voice on.
A to Z. Yeah. But even if he said all that stuff, didn't really make sense. It's all shooty worky, didn't make sense. Boy, the crowd loved everything he said.
Yeah.
They ate it up with a John Cena spoon.
He knows
Purchased
how to-
from www.shop.com right next to NXT UK Enfield Town jerseys.
He knows how to get a crowd on side.
He's losing, though, isn't he, John?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Oh, God, yes.
That'd be a
God, yeah.
horrific
Oh,
decision.
God,
I mean,
yes.
Suicide Squad was good, but it's not let's derail the best thing about WWE good.
But allegedly, he's shooting another film called Argyle with 2 L's in Argyle after SummerSlam. I saw one website on the internet say that, so I've put all my stock in my prediction in that website. And he's only advertised for one show after SummerSlam in the Summer of Cena.
Yeah,
which
he's
is
got-
a super show on SmackDown
He'll be
in
gone.
September. All the S's.
Good. Apollo Crews defends the IC title against King Nakamura again. Commander Aziz, remember SummerSlam 91, tries to interfere, so Rick Boogs hits him with the guitar. They're both ejected. Nakamura wins and is the new IC champion.
Wow.
And there was absolutely no one talking about this on Twitter.
Well, Apollo Crews is the champion, and he gets the job at entrance, and that just sets the tone for me when I'm watching a professional wrestling match. And I thought that sort of telegraphed what was going to come, what was going to happen. No one came.
You're right, though. I didn't realise until Monday. Like, no one was talking about it. Sometimes you'll accidentally see what happened on SmackDown just by going through Twitter if you don't watch it on the Friday night.
Yeah.
But when it got to Monday and I decided to watch SmackDown, I was like, oh, the title change. Weird.
It's just a shame because Apollo. I thought the build to Apollo's like his gimmick change and the sort of build to WrestleMania was good. I thought it was a welcome change for Apollo. But since WrestleMania and the endless matches against Big E after that, and then just how he's sort of just been missing in action, having the odd promo here and there, not really wrestling in title defenses and whatnot, just sort of killed the reign, hasn't it?
I think it's not helped that he's been in that position where it's like, okay, a lot of people are getting released. Cool. That feud was supposed to go someplace. That didn't. Owens was in here. He had 900 matches with him and Big E this entire year, I think. And it sucks that it was like, oh, finally, something for Apollo Crews. And now it should just be, his name should be the foreign heel, Apollo Crews. All right.
Match was okay, though, I guess.
Yeah. It was missing Baron Corbin going, look, see how important my king crown was.
Yeah.
He's actually champ now. Anyway, the Street Profits beat Alpha Academy. a good match.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
You know, he nearly caught him on the dive.
Yes.
Oh, Montez.
Oh,
that
hang on. Oh, yeah.
It was hit. I was saying this in the office chat the other day. I was supposed to say last pandemic. Last year during the pandemic in the performance center, Montez did a dive, didn't he? And he just landed splat on the ramp.
Oh,
in the
it was
performance center.
Austin Theory.
Yeah. Was it not Montez?
Oh, no, sorry. I'm sorry. Beg your pardon. Austin
the
Theory
dive
was supposed to catch him, and it's
yeah.
just like, he wasn't expecting it. Oh, he's just
He's
looking.
got-
Wow, look at all the crowd. Or whatever,
He's got previous. Just calm down, Tez. You don't need to be doing those big dives all the time.
He's got springs in his booties.
I thought, well, there's no chance of me missing him.
Aye.
Look at the size of him. And he did.
But I've got to ask Richard to play the thing early. We're doing it early this week, everybody.
Oh.
Oh, baby.
That's right, everybody. Otis's elevated World's Strongest Slam is my move of the week.
Nice.
Which someone might be saying is a bit of an underwhelming choice, but go back and watch it. He yeets him in the air, and he yeets him further down on the floor as well. I thought it was fantastic. A finishing move for Otis there. That isn't the Vader bomb, or the Hager bomb, or a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah. I can't think of any other bombs. We'll move on.
Dr. Bomb.
Yeah.
Gut wrench power bomb. That's just power bomb.
That's just a bomb, yeah.
Bath bomb.
Ah.
Oh, God, I do like them now and again.
Do you?
I like them in the salts.
I'm not much of a bath person.
I'm more of a
mate.
shower. Yeah, I'm not a bath
Oh,
for ages.
I won't have a bath every day.
No.
But I'll have myself one a week.
Treat yourself.
It's like, yeah.
Do you just feel like you're sitting in your own filth, though? Just like, oh, I'm
That's
just
the fun of it.
it's all floating around.
Yeah.
Whereas in the shower, it's all getting knocked off you with the power of the head.
The noble liquid of water.
Be next week. Yeah. Good time filler here from both teams.
Yes.
Seth Rollins is in the ring, speaking of drip, and tells us that Edge isn't here tonight. He shows a video demonstrating that he's just a little bit better than Edge, just a little bit. And Rollins says he did Edge a favor by not stomping his neck in 2014. But he'll do it at SummerSlam regardless of the consequences. Ooh.
Oh, fair enough.
It all made sense. I like the promo package. Now it is quite weird how the careers have paralleled to this point. It just reminds me of Beetlejuice now with Rollins. Just fantastic. I love this incarnation of Rollins.
Which Beetlejuice?
Just Michael Keaton.
Oh, Michael Keaton. Not the little dude. All right.
His little suit.
Yeah.
Just being a horrible man,
Yeah.
but also a lovable man, but a horrible man deep down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good, horrible man.
A good horrible man in a nice suit.
Yeah, he's hard to cheer because he's got that, But yeah, he's giving it. Oh, he's great.
Aye.
Looks the part as well.
Aye. Just like Beetlejuice.
Yeah. The
So
Mysterios.
we've got just to recap. We've got Finn Balor looking like a frog with conjunctivitis.
Oh
Stop
my
this.
God! I forgot about that last
Right.
week.
I
What a
got
magnificent.
upwards of one tweet telling me, you know what? I've thought this as well. 2 people, I think, tweeted me saying, like, I've always thought he looks amphibious too.
It's the eyes, isn't it?
Watery eyes.
Because I studied a picture of Finn Balor's head.
I've studied many a picture of Finn. Go on.
Just the head, though, Maffew. I reckon you studied one with the whole bodies on the show. And it's the eyes.
Head counts as a body. Yeah, he does have good eyes.
He does, but they are watery. Which is not a knock on him. No, it's not a knock.
Double downing.
He looks like he'd excel in a pond environment.
You could take down a water boat.
Don't tell Gabriel, kid. Like Boatman.
Oh God. The Mysterios take on the Dirty Dogs.
I love the Dirty Dogs still.
Yeah, they're growing on me
They're so good.
like mold. Dominic sets up Ziggler for the 619, but the Usos appear on the Tron to distract him. Ray tells Dominic to focus, and he manages to roll up Bobby Roode for the win.
He wins anyway.
Yeah.
I think
Dom.
we're getting the split at SummerSlam, I think, between Ray and Dom. Because
Tension.
Dom, I don't think he's being too overconfident.
No?
But Ray certainly seems to think so, for some reason. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I've got on my notes here, Dom is a petulant child who needs to be put in his place. I hope his father punishes him.
Oh,
But I don't know if I believe in that now.
No, I think Dom was in the right here.
It's a very nice, weirdly relatable storyline, isn't it? Where you're like, no, Dad, I want to do my own thing. You don't know everything. And then Ray's just like, I'm Rey Mysterio Jr. I will be wrestling after you have stopped wrestling. But, yeah.
I think I think that Ray will still be the face, though. I don't think they'll be able to resist turning Dom heel.
How can Dom be heel?
How can Ray be heel?
It won't be.
I know he was
I don't
in the,
think
I know
they'll
he's
be
in the
heel
filthy,
face.
I know he's in the filthy animals, but no,
They'll
one
just
of them
go
will-
their separate ways.
I think one of them will be heel. I think Dom will hit his dad from behind. I think he'll do a forearm. And then,
What would a heel
That would
Dom
be
do
so
though?
bad.
well, it won't work. Well,
It wouldn't work, would it? No.
No, but I think they'll still do it though, because they can't have Ray be heel. WWE. He's not been heel since the Filthy Animals, has he?
He's never been heel in WWE.
No. Okay.
Wait, apart from that
Well, I was
Rumble.
going to say from the Rumble.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see that happening like a proper, like,
Okay.
I don't know any of you an explanation.
I can
Like,
see them making Dom do that.
No.
Yeah. They've made. It's Rikishi syndrome. They did someone they shouldn't turn heel, and I think they.
I
will.
did it for the Dom.
Maybe they could just have them both be faces. Because obviously, if Dom does go away from his dad, I assume that's quite relatable for a lot of people. Like, no, Dad, I'm going to do my own thing now.
Yeah, it's going to have a polite separation like Rybaxel.
Yeah, you'll turn up in a cape and
All the
ask
kids
next to
will
Nikki. Yeah. I can do my own thing, and I can be almost a superhero.
Almost a Mysterio.
Yeah. Dominic.
Baron Corbin, Hall of Famer, comes out to once again ask for money. He says he needs about a grand from everyone there. Kevin Owens interrupts and says Corbin is pathetic, but he'll pay him $1,000 if he beats him right now. But if Owen wins, Corbin has to stop begging for handouts. Corbin calls Owens a cheapskate. He gets hit with a stunner. They have their match, and Owens wins.
Oh, it stuns him again.
But backstage, a desperate Corbin steals Big E's Money in the Bank briefcase and runs off.
Fantastic.
Surely not.
He needs to just try and forget about the world title, Corbin. Just sell it to somebody for a lot of money. That's what he needs.
No, what'll be even funny if he sells it for like $10.
Just to get the bus. The best part of that segment, though, because I was thinking immediately, how can he afford a card scanner and a phone? But then Michael on commentary says that's his mum's.
Oh, yeah, they did say that.
It's the little things, as AJ Styles said a long time ago. But yeah, Corbin's great at the minute. And it was a nice match as well. Lots of big, nice moves from two big, nice wrestlers.
How
Yeah.
class would it be if Corbin actually cashed in and won? I would absolutely love it, I think.
He's like, yeah, I got my power back. Like, that's not how it works. I know.
They have to just give it back to Big E. He's like, oh.
He's like, just bite marks on the belt. Where are these from? Oh, no. Don't ignore them. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair have a contract signing for their SummerSlam title match. Sonya Deville insists that witnesses are present and brings out Carmella and Zelina Vega. Bianca realizes it's a trap and attacks immediately after signing, but she gets beaten down.
I thought it was Sonya that brought... Sasha who brought out Carmella.
Oh, was it?
Thingy. Aye.
Oh, that's fair enough then. Fair enough.
It looks like she's got a stable, whereas Bianca is all alone, which has made predicting the match quite hard before watching this week's SmackDown, because you would assume that Bianca would get her own troops to even the odds.
Maybe the... Oh, I don't know.
It's got to be like
Street
the
Profits?
underdog battle and all that.
Aye.
Oh, no, because I don't want to see the Street Profit. I don't want to see Angelo Dawkins flatten Carmella. That's not what I want to see.
Imagine picking up Zelina Vega.
Woo! No, I don't want to see that.
But there's no one else on the Ladies roster. There's Tegan Knox and Shotzi maybe.
Maybe
but
it'll be them.
They've got
Yeah.
no relation.
I can
to
see it
Bianca,
for one entrance, though.
But they're good.
apart from NXT.
I can
guess.
see Bianca on the tang with them swinging a braid.
Getting it caught in the...
Oh, man.
Yeah. An AEW Rampage. That's right. Even more AEW. Which means another $5 in our pockets.
Oh, sorry. I like the closing bit of SmackDown when
go
she
on.
did the bank statement with the hair.
It was a
Yeah.
callback to when she did that to Becky, I think, on a table in NXT. That's what a nice callback to that.
Oh,
Remember?
Look at you.
But she didn't have her stampy thing to sign the contract with.
No, I
which,
was gutted about that.
Aye, she's had to use an actual pen. That's not a boss move,
No.
because I know what they are.
AEW Rampage. Kenny Omega defends the Impact World title, both of them, against Christian Cage. Don Callis distracts the referee so the Young Bucks can bring in a chair, but Christian turns the tide and hits the kill switch on the chair to shockingly win.
I was laughed out this podcast studio last week for
Why are you
suggesting.
laughed out of the...
I was mocked. I was teased.
Exactly
I was
what
bullied.
happened. Yeah.
At the mere thought of Christian Cage toppling the great Kenny Omega. But I thought, if you're going to book the the AEW World Title match. I thought Christian had to win this one to create that little bit of doubt for the AEW one. But they did sow the seeds quite early. Mark Henry saying that Omega has bigger fish to fry, which does make sense, even if it does devalue the Impact Wrestling Heavyweight title.
Of course it does.
If that's possible. But I like the match. I liked how Kenny was like the chicken poo heel just running away early on, and then the finish was Don Callis needs an Oscar for his role in that final part because he was sensational.
The bump on the chair was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. It was really good. And sorry, Ross, you were right.
Bullied I was.
Yeah,
You
Thought about this all week.
Yeah.
Be a star. Don't be a bully.
It's easier, though, to be a bully. No, you were right.
Imagine if that was the...
We know it's easier, but don't.
Yeah. Well done, Ross, for that.
A stat here. Christian's now 8-0 after this match.
Oh.
8-0 in AEW.
Yeah.
Bit of a streak, that, isn't it?
It is.
We always lambast the E for putting the older talent over the younger talent, and I think we should lambast AEW for doing something similar here with Christian.
I would agree.
8-0!
Oh, sorry.
It's like Goldberg.
I thought you were doing Stephen A. Smith there.
Oh,
Ain't
is
no
that where
way.
you're going? Right.
It's like Goldberg.
What, 8-0?
Aye.
Yes, exactly like Goldberg, you're right. Shocking this, A-Dub. Bringing these relics.
Yeah.
But if they are picking up Christian, again, that one title match out of him, you're right, it does make complete sense for him to use the Impact World title, which is a stepping stone.
Yeah.
It's literally one of the 4 belts Kenny Omega carried. He's all right now. He's like, oh, phew. Shoulders were killing
That's why he
us.
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Deontay Wilder.
yeah.
His coat was too heavy.
He said his clothes was too heavy when he walked down to the ring. It's not,
So good.
not that he got dealt with. No.
There is a little bit of me that wishes that Hangman would have got that first win. But again, I think that match with Hangman and Omega is not going to happen for a long time. We'll have forgotten about this bollocks by then.
Yeah, I agree. People were saying that as well.
Imagine
but
when he returns.
Right.
Yeah.
When Hangman returns, we get that. That is going to mean much more than Kenny Omega's first singles victory. Otherwise, it's going to be, Omega's just not going to lose for 4 months or whatever.
I can see that.
Bloody hell.
I think he will.
Bloody hell.
He's lost already. I know what you mean. But I don't think.
It's and they needed to big up Christian. He's won this title that no one cares about apart from 3 people on Impact who watch it.
Jack Atkins does.
Does he?
The
He
4
loves
people
Impact.
who watch Impact Wrestling. And it was nice to see Christian Cage holding both titles, as I think people on Twitter put it, like a proper Canadian, like he just caught 2 sea bass. Or 2 Finn Balors, should we say here. So yeah, Miro successfully defends the TNT title against Fuego del Sol, Twitter's favourite. If Fuego won, he'd have been given a contract. He did not, but God, it was tense. Oh my God, the title DDT on the outside. Oh, another one. And then one just kicked.
The start of the match was, I thought, was sensational. The Miro sell of the DDT, which went through the ropes. Oh, he's good, isn't he? He's good, that Miro fella.
Like, is it going to happen? It's wait. No way. Wait. Oh, it didn't. Okay. But they had us.
Yeah.
It's close. But then it didn't matter. Sammy G brings out Tony Khan to the ring, who signs him anyway. And as you were saying before, Ross, in the news, that was a shoot, brother.
A shoot, brother? Had no idea.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
And then Ringside News.
Boo.
Did you see this?
Who? I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you see this, though?
Yeah, I did see it.
Ringside News DM'd him saying, "You're a liar. We know that you knew you were going to get signed. I heard it on good authority." Stay in your lane.
Ringside News is trash.
We have to talk about
They can.
No,
do we
let's
have
not.
to
Yeah,
give
let's
him
not.
any
Let's
pub?
not.
Get
yeah.
in the bin.
Yeah, let's not.
because I saw that in our DM Fuego del Sources. My sources say that you have a nice tornado DDT. And he said, who said that? I said, I can't reveal my sources. What are you talking about?
The contract actually said he was a master of the DDT, tornado DT.
We're Professor Journalism's here.
I'm Matthew and I hate wrestling now. Be my friend, Fuego del Sol. That's it.
So we balance out the hate, you know. Be my friend Fuego del Sol. By the way, do you want to do straight to hell?
I'm sorry, I realised that was really biting.
I've probably missed
No,
the
that was
boat
funny.
there. I've missed the boat now with Fuego del Sol.
Oh.
Because AEW, I emailed, update with Ross, emailed them again this week. No reply! What have I done wrong? I've got now to lose, Maffew. I've got now to lose. I don't care to say it on the podcast.
I don't know, well, they're paying us, so, you know.
They're not, though.
Best
They
meal
hate us.
deal they've ever had.
They hate us with a passion.
Try from Matthew's account.
That's what I have been doing. Dr. Britt Baker beats Red Velvet to keep the AEW Women's title. It was okay, but Britt Baker was just so popular here.
Yes.
It was just like, all right.
Britsburg.
Yeah, hey, with the gold and black, Shane Douglas style.
Black and yellow.
I said that, and they said, no, it's supposed to be gold and black.
Oh, but Wiz Khalifa taught me that it was black and yellow.
Please, if you're from Pittsburgh, keep it to yourself. She beats her down, but Chris Statlander runs in to make the save. But Jamie Hayter returns and helps Britt stand tall. Didn't know who it was at first because she completely changed her look. But then she started flexing away. Oh, hang on. I recognize that from Twitter. That's Jamie Hayter.
I wonder where you were going with that there. Oh, I recognise those abs.
Recognize them biceps. That could be only Jamie Hayter. Oh.
It was weird for Statlander to come out for the save in Britsburg. It was weird to have Statlander as a babyface come out there and save in Britsburg what was the heel, but in the rest of the country is the babyface in Red Velvet, I guess.
Yeah.
So that was a weird thing, but yeah, I liked how they tried to end the match early because of Britt's arm and the little story there with the arm and but it was good.
Yep, it's good. Shockingly though, TNT debut hour-long show, and they didn't have Jamie Hayter wearing the Lex Luger white flowery shirt or anything like that. But good for them. Yeah, for an hour I went, even more AEW, bloody hell. But no, Dark and Elevation are silly YouTube bollocks, and we know all about that. And this is just the sister show.
This was
I like how because you can set up things on Dynamite that you don't have time for on Dynamite because they try and cram a million things in and build them to Rampage. It's quite nice.
It was tight.
And God damn it,
pair of lycra shorts from the 80s. Tight, front and back.
So tight.
Yeah,
and in the middle.
And on the sides. Monday Night Raw. Randy Orton opens the show. And God, is he popular. He was trying to talk about, I beat up Riddle and turned on him. I don't owe any of you an explanation. Crowd, yay! Riddle cuts him off because he wants RK Bro back together. They're interrupted by AJ Styles and Omos, with AJ saying he wants a match with Riddle right now. AJ wins after distraction from Omos. This did nothing for me, but the crowd was so into it.
Yeah, I guess Riddle's logic makes sense if you're desperate, saying that Randy RKO'd him just to teach him how to do it properly. But yeah, it's nice. It's like breaking down Orton, I guess, because he's a snake, isn't he? But he's a snake with a heart.
Just snake.
So he is a snake, a regular snake. Maybe he's got snakes have cold blood, don't they?
Yeah.
Maybe he's a snake with warm blood.
A worm.
He's a warm
He's a
blood.
worm.
He's a worm.
Wait, no, worms probably have cold blood as well. Do worms have
Amphibious
blood?
Finn Balor.
Do worms have blood? You can Google that.
Yeah, please Google
I
that.
don't know, because when you chop them up, nothing appears.
They're alive.
Yeah, they're split.
Yeah, I thought that's what happened with worms. They split up and...
I bet no blood comes out. Well, I'm sure if you chopped a snake, blood would come pissing out, wouldn't it?
Segmented worms have blood, while roundworms and flatworms do not.
I had a worm. We had a year 6 science project where the school had like a worm. Is it a worm farm? It's called like the glass.
Oh yeah.
Fill it with soil. And myself and my pal, we did that as a science project to see if the worms could get along. We put 10 in, and we put 10 in, and there was 1 left at the end.
Oh!
And there was no debris, I was about to say skeletons there. No remains of the
No
other
evidence
worms.
of what?
No little worm graves.
Wow, that's
like-
really
like
scary.
this-
Wait. So what did
This
this one
super,
do?
I don't know. This was year 6, so it was a long time ago. I presume this super worm just ate the other worms in the worm farm.
Oh, wow.
Over the course of 4 days or something like that, it was terrifying. But then a girl brought her guinea pigs in, right, as part of her project, whatever that was, and then someone put salt in the water.
And okay.
School is a heartless place.
No.
I couldn't believe it, me. It still affects me to this day.
Yeah, that's horrible.
This is 2002 we're talking about here.
Oh.
I know who it was. I don't know who it was. No one knows who it
I
was.
was gonna say,
it wasn't me. I would never dare harm an animal. Bloody hell. Although saying that, I did oversee the murder of 9 worms.
I'd be freaked out. What was it? Worms eat other worms?
Aye.
Because you can't even visualize it. I'm going to mouth.
I remember we put all the soil on the table and went rummaging through it. There was the one worm there. Big boy he was. And then just no other worms there.
Do you think the worm getting eaten was going, I didn't know we could do that? That's a
Why
last
is the
thought I
worm's
had.
mouth on the end, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Young Jamie.
Oh, no.
This is so Joe Rogan, this. Where is a worm's mouth?
You know,
Picture of Andrew still on our monitor down there. What was Orton? Yeah,
it's good. The worm.
The match was good. The shock and horror of it all. Like Riddle having another good match, and I like the finish as well because it still made Omos look ominous, and then AJ looked schemy and conniving, and then Riddle looked stupid, which of course we know.
Yeah, he's dumb.
Right, where is a worm's mouth?
The first segment of the earthworm, the peristomium, contains the mouth. There is a small tongue-like lobe just above the mouth called the prostronium. See figure 1.
It's nice meat, that.
So, can you also Google, do worms eat other worms?
This is the
Great,
content
this. We're
people
just doing
want.
this, yeah.
This is the
Well, it's Monday Night Raw. We're not going to get anything else.
No, the first match was I described it as a ding-dong battle to end them all.
Worms eat soil. I know that.
Everyone
Shut
knows
up,
that,
Google.
man.
Don't condescend to me. Animal manures are important food.
Do worms fight each other? There you go, Richard, just below.
Tiny, feisty worms that live off the coast of Japan fight by headbutting each other. Bloody hell, I didn't know that. But they aren't quiet about it.
I've just headbutted him.
Konnichiwa. And Rhea Ripley faces Nikki Ash in a non-title match with Charlotte Flair on guest commentary. Oh, this is good if you're a Nikki Ash fan, this Raw. Rhea wins, clean, and Charlotte laughs at Nikki afterwards. So Nikki attacks and beats her down with Rhea's help. The simple match later on.
This was like that WrestleMania main event where Shawn Michaels was on commentary. You didn't really pay attention to anything that was happening in the ring, which is all about Charlotte or Shawn Michaels on commentary. But it was funny when Nikki went a bit rage at ringside. She did some move to Rhea, and then she just sort of did a superhero pose in front of Charlotte, and Charlotte just goes, "What you doing?" Mugged her right off.
She was like, Shawn Michaels, look, the most expensive piece of luggage in the WWE right now. Oof.
But it's a shame that the champion always has to lose before the pay-per-view because, of course, if she doesn't, us as wrestling fans, we wouldn't tune in because we wouldn't think there's a chance that she could also lose at the pay-per-view itself.
Plus, it's a triple threat, so I have to hear the commentators going, there's a 33% chance. It's like, no, that would imply they're all equal.
There's a nice match. Rhea was doing nice suplexes and whatnot with Alicia Fox-esque bridges. That's an easy sentence.
not quite, but nearly. No one's like Alicia.
No one's got that.
Alicia Fox.
Go on.
Move on.
One more time.
Alicia Fox-esque.
Yeah.
I'm a superhero.
Alicia
you
Fox.
too can do anything. Like, speak words if you believe in yourself.
You can eat worms. Drew McIntyre beats Veer and Shanky in a handicap match that I definitely didn't skip. They try to steal the sword afterwards, but he retrieves it and tells Jinder that he will humiliate him at SummerSlam. Why? By having more of these matches on Raw.
Yeah, why are we having one? That's a good question.
So we can make innuendos about Drew's winky.
Yes.
Because this week more than ever, there was lots of references to sort of the innuendo, the double entendre. The double entendre. Corey Graves speaking about men who have bigger winkies have more, bigger swords have more confidence than men who don't have bigger swords. It's just fun, isn't it? Having Drew McIntyre also be, 6'5", lovely bronze skin, lovely facial hair, lovely head of hair.
From like
muscles?
No, don't interrupt. Carry on.
Muscles and a big winky.
Can you go from? You can do it, kids. Yeah, I've got my night light and I'm a superhero, and then 10 minutes later, look at the size of his bloody knob. Look at that.
Never mind that. I can understand that. It's about wrestling and being, I'm bigger than you and so's my winky. But I've got my sword and I'm going to do nothing with it.
What's a sword?
He's nothing.
He's promised at SummerSlam to make, what was the phrase he used? Create a moment at Jinder's expense.
Oh my God.
He's going to stab
Oh,
Jinder.
that's how human beings talk.
Imagine if they do the pantomime armpit.
Oh no! What else can they do with a sword?
Imagine if they'd got the Bray Wyatt, the fella who made all Bray Wyatt's gear, like the severed head lantern.
Yeah.
And there's just a scene where Drew beheads the monster Jinder Mahal, and his head just tumbles away with the prosthetic head, not his real head.
Yeah.
We've seen weirder things over the past year on the wrestling.
Yeah, with the weird characters, and suddenly Drew's just killing people.
Yeah. The match was meh.
It's whatever, these bits do nothing for me. It's time for everybody's favourite talk show segment, Moist TV.
I like
Christ. Miz is the guest, and Morrison asks if he was faking his injury. Of course, actually standing up, like Peter Kay in the last episode of the Phoenix Nights pilot, which he said he had to fight against Channel 4 because Channel 4 were a bit worried about him showing like, oh, can't a guy in a wheelchair be evil and not horrible? So I have him stand up at the very end. He goes, "No, that didn't happen."
I think
They
he said
did
he
Phoenix Nights
I think
the
he
series.
said
Just no.
I think he regrets it. He said
Yeah.
he wished that he was always a character really in a wheelchair. Yeah.
Good. Damian Priest interrupts and calls Miz a liar. Morrison says the perfect solution is to have Priest versus Miz. Priest shoves Miz into a paddling pool and
Oh, there's a paddling pool in the ring.
and wins the match with a brogue. Yeah, 'cause it's moist. Wins the Finn Balor wins the match with a brogue kick because Sheamus is watching from commentary. So doing a lot of stuff here, but I did Morrison and Miz, fantastic killing time when there's actual stuff going on. They're just saying correct a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But then Damian Priest he's the new WWE babyface dude. How lame he looked, pushing Miz into a paddling pool and going,
That means he's going to win, right? He's going to be,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
gonna be
he's gonna
Sheamus.
win,
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought this segment was crap, me. I didn't know. It did nothing. It never. It didn't.
David Morrison? Your fellow Drip brother?
But Drip by name, Drip by nature. What's he gone back to Miz for? They've reunited already after splitting up for a brief period of time.
Well, I found it funny when
Oh,
Morrison.
no.
I thought Morrison was really funny because he seemed genuinely betrayed when he was like, "You've been cleared for weeks," and he looked heartbroken. He was like, "How could you do this?" I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally it was. There always seems to be every week now just a long segment in the middle of Raw that they just stick there just to fill time. And yeah, Miz and Morrison are viable candidates to do that. You know,
Miz did do well in his gookie shoes.
Gookie.
Gookie. Gucci. Gucci.
You did it. You did it. You did it for the googie. You can take that googie and you can move on to the next bit.
Yeah.
Eva Marie wants Dewdrop to steal Lily the puppet from Alexa's playground. She does so, but stares at horror what? Come on, Maffew. Stares at Lily in horror and hands her back to Bliss. Eva Marie is annoyed that Dewdrop failed and slaps her in the face. Dewdrop glares after her as she walks off.
what was that? The
And you hear dum, 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 I guess.
Both slaps had the before. It was like bop and bang, but not intentional. Like, ha! It was so funny. But Dewdrop's now scared of the doll, which I assume will play into the match at SummerSlam and have Alexa Bliss win. And also get Dewdrop away from Eva, I reckon, because after the slaps and the how could you categorize this? The body control, the mind control, the mind warping, the magic.
Sure.
Aye,
go
that'll
with
happen.
that.
Yeah, those two things spell disaster for Eva Marie.
That's sacrifice.
Yeah.
I in my Twitter reactions video, which is now on the channel, watch it now. One of the ones that I included because it was really realistic and might happen was just Lily pins Eva Marie, and I was like, that is probably going to happen. The puppet will pin Eva, I think.
Do you reckon Dewdrop could become Lily?
Yeah, like a real
Like an actual...
version.
They'll just like put pigtails in her and makeup and...
Yeah, I think
real
someone
spooky.
actually tweeted me that as well, but I didn't include it in the video, so that's a good one. Yeah, maybe.
It's not a good one.
Well, no, but it's a good guess. It's a good guess.
You know what? I went, that's stupid and horrible. And like, they could do it, couldn't they?
Yeah. That's like Andrew in our predictions. He was like, Jinder could beat Drew, and then because they've been speaking on social media together about each other, Goldberg could beat Bob, and then could be Goldberg versus Jinder in Saudi Arabia. And you're thinking, bloody hell, that would be awful. But also, they're going to do it, aren't they?
It seems Goldberg's been talking about it, hasn't he?
Aye.
He's got 2 matches remaining. His little contract he's got. So.
Well, no, he's had his 2 matches for the year now. Apparently, it was 2 matches a year for 3 years. This is year 2. And
Oh,
this is his
right,
second
right.
match of the year.
Oh.
So unless they've got you can always work out a new contract, couldn't it? It doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
Would you like $1 million? Aye. There you go.
That's it.
$1 million matches, not £1 million. He loves the sport of wrestling.
Yeah, he does. That's all he has to say, really, is promos. Mansoor beats Mace with a cheeky assist from Mustafa Ali. No one cares about the match. Everyone was distracted by Mace as they're coming,
Oh, my
coming
God.
from commercial and goes, and here's the 2 lads in the ring. He goes, look at him. He looks submissive and breedable.
He needs to stop this.
It's the second time in a row. He tweeted it last week. He got
did.
such a confusing reaction from people. He decided to say it again. It's from Final Fantasy VII.
We
But it's a
know.
weird thing to say
We know now.
about someone.
You told us this last week.
Yeah, well, I didn't know
But
that.
millions of
But
people
I
didn't
didn't
get
know
it.
either.
Of course they didn't. It's
There's
a
gonna
nerd
be
thing.
people watching
Those
that
nerd
going-
things are good for signs in the crowd. It's a bit odd when you say that, and it's like...
He needs to stop that. He needs to stop that right now. Why can't he just say something like, you know,
It's just a sexy boy.
just another game like I'll get you, Star Fox. Like, just do a
Yeah.
clean gaming reference, please,
Yeah.
Mace. You nerd.
Yeah.
Why can't he say, "Take a sword with you, it's dangerous" or whatever?
He's got anime body pillows.
I was going to say, I
He did, I suppose.
bet he knew that insert name was. I'm going to have to find the name. 2 seconds.
Oh no.
Speak amongst yourselves. Just,
Yeah, don't. Maybe not going to. I will see if I know it.
Why is this taking so
what am I
long?
going to talk about now then?
We'll talk about
What do you
anything.
think of Mansoor and Mace?
You're right, yeah,
from
but
The
wrestling?
crowd
I
did not
like
care about about Mansoor coming out at all, did they?
Mansoor's not been built up
Astolfo.
because it's mostly.
Astolfo? Astolfo. Astolfo.
They haven't done that. Some places he's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Another place be like, what?
Richard, could you just fire that video up again so the viewers at home can see? But like 3 minutes 32 seconds. This is Astolfo that we wrongly called. It's about up here on there, Maffew.
Oh, I'm gonna see it.
3:32ish, but that we wrongly called a lady. And without knowing anything about anime, I think we can be forgiven.
Yeah.
So the loser will be taken. What a picture that is! Look at the state of that.
I don't get them. I don't understand them.
Well, I get
Where
them.
did you get that from?
Well, I had no idea they were a thing, and then I think it was Ben and Peter did a Wish video, like a Wish we bought stuff from Wish, and they got a different one sent to them. So I think that's how we got exposed to the phenomenon of anime body pillows. But they just got sent the cover. You obviously take the covers off when you get the man juice on them.
Moving on from Moist. Orton faces Omos and wins by DQ after Styles attacks him on the outside. AJ and Omos beat him down and Riddle makes a save. Orton says respect is earned and agrees to reform RK Bro. Riddle challenges AJ and Omos for SummerSlam. I'm going to say, yeah, this would be probably an alright match if the crowd are into it at SummerSlam as they were on Raw. So, yeah, okay.
Okay.
This match was like watching the Great Khali, his pump. It was fantastic. He did the hand
Almost is
sting.
better than the Great
He
Khali.
did a slow suplex. It was fantastic.
Wait, is almost? Would you say almost better than the Great Khali?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Just in terms
maybe
of-
not in New Japan.
In terms of ability.
I don't know if Omos can hop the top rope like the Great Khali used to back in New Japan. You ever seen that before?
Yeah.
Before his legs went wrong.
Oh.
His little chicken legs.
Yeah, God,
Oh.
this
Poor guy.
went ready for that.
Yeah.
I need to see Omos versus John Cena first.
Yeah.
That'll make my mind up.
Fair enough.
Jimmy, though, on commentary, saying that AJ Styles is no small guy. He is, though. He's tiny. 5'8", isn't he?
He's
Something
a
like that.
very small.
He's a very small man, just like little tiny Dennis Wise. Aye, but there's no shock this match ended in a DQ, considering who was involved. Lazy booking, once again on Monday Night Raw. Just don't book the match. You have a DQ, just pisses everybody off, doesn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to do bad booking. Up next, Karen Cross ambushes Jeff Hardy. They have a very short match, which Cross easily wins.
So
It's just how about just not having wrestled Jeff Hardy ever again and just pretend it didn't happen?
He's losing, isn't he, Cross at the weekend?
He has to.
Yeah, but he's got to go to
He's
Raw,
a
isn't he?
loser.
It's like Karrion Cross and Jeff Hardy.
Complete and utter loser.
He's a loser. They're just saying it.
a loser's loser.
It's like they've had an awkward date or an awkward one night stand, but they work in the similar area of town, so they're always bumping into each other. It's like they can't escape from that night, and they're just both like, "Oh God."
It was weird because the attack before the match and then the quick win, does that do Cross any favours? Just makes him like a bit of a softie, if
See,
anything.
you are right. But I reckon they did this because last week he came out. It was like, the Brits at Eurovision, near pop. It was just nothing. It's like, let's at least have him attack somebody, so at least some heat. Mate, you couldn't have lit a match with the heat this last.
Where is Scarlett? I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
She's not on NXT anymore.
It's like when it goes to the airport, there's a ticket anywhere. Charlotte teams up with Nia Jax to beat Rhea and Nikki. That's right, 2 losses for Nikki. She tags herself in to win with natural selection, blah, 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 blah.
So Rhea pinned Nikki, Charlotte pinned Rhea. That was on this week's Raw.
It's a triangle.
Good, that. Really, really good.
Rock, paper, scissors.
But silver linings on the cloud, that was this Raw Women's title thing this week on Raw. Shayna being all sassy watching the TV going like, why are you cheating on me with her? Huh? Nia. Tag team with somebody else. Split them up. Have Shayna, destroy everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when she was good?
Yeah.
No.
We need Shayna to save wrestling.
When
Yeah.
Shayna went rubbish, that's when the pandemic hit.
Are you saying that
They
she
said
was
it combined.
yeah?
I'm saying that WWE's lack of faith in Shayna caused a global.
I'll believe it. Wrestlers probably leave it as well. Goldberg talks about his son and how he now gets to see him wrestle in the flesh, not just on video, and in brackets, echoed by everybody. Hasn't he already? We've seen your son before, and you've done this exact same speech before a few years ago.
But now he's big enough to do a wrestling move to MVP.
Yeah.
Or Bobby. Imagine if
No,
Gage.
shut up, no.
Imagine if Gage picked up Bobby and hit a jackhammer. That's all I'm
I
saying.
just can't believe that Goldberg looks fantastic. He looks the same age as Gage. He's like the same bloke. That's the worst joke I've ever friggin' done.
I didn't even get what you were saying there.
Nick
but
Gage.
that's
Nick Gage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lashley interrupts and says, this is his house, and the house always wins. Goldberg spears him and then celebrates with his son.
Yeah.
Right, so in the build-up to SummerSlam, we have a feud based around a doll, a feud based around swords,
Superhero?
superheroes, and
And a Wish version of Hook.
Oh.
yeah,
I've said it.
yeah.
When he gets a bit older, Gage could batter Hook. And that's no offense to
Oh,
Hook.
nah.
Oh, do you not
Jazz.
think so?
See the size of Hook?
She's the size of Gage. And Gage
No,
is only
Gage is younger.
And Gage is a child.
I'm sure Hook's got like 3 or 4 or 5 years on
Gage. Well, we need.
Look, I'm
obviously,
investing in Hook
obviously
right
in
now.
like 5
Come on.
years, we need Gage versus Hook. That needs to happen.
That's the forbidden door.
Yeah.
Forbidden door. How bad would it be you turning on decide his son? It's like Goldberg's son is not at SummerSlam. No.
Gage Goldberg is all elite.
I come out wrestling so my son could see me wrestle. He's on the other show watching Kenny Omega.
He is the biggest.
I love the Young Bucks. Yeah. He's probably like nerd.
Yeah. This
biggest-
is my favorite style of wrestling. Oh.
He is the biggest heel in wrestling already, though, Gage.
Why?
Because Goldberg put all the blame on him.
Yeah.
I came back to wrestling for you,
you.
Gage. Aye, he's got all the blame.
Yeah. Let's just say Gage moved me to a bigger house.
That's one of my favorite jokes in The Simpsons. I love that.
Never gets old.
No.
So that was Raw. Mm-hmm. NXT. The Diamond Mine, -1, opened the show with no explanation of the absence of Dick Golden Balls. R.I.P. Dick Golden Balls. Roddy Strong. God, that moose juice is strong. He's taking one sip of it. It's just flowed into my nose there.
Has it?
Yeah.
Can you smell the apples?
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely,
Wow.
mate. How'd you like those apples?
Is that Matt Damon?
Yeah, it was.
Howdy there, I'm Matt Damon.
How'd you like those apples?
You're coming back now, you hear? Roddy Strong faces Ilya Dragunov, who beats him ahead of the big match with Volta.
Tell you what,
Sorry, Ilya beats Roddy. Just want to point that out.
I was on a media call with Ilya Dragunov yesterday.
Were you?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
We only got like one question each, but he was answering them all. He didn't give any scoops or anything. But no, he was. He seemed very well spoken, very lovely man.
Yeah.
And I've only ever seen him in like furious, like intense mode. So no, he seemed like a very intelligent guy. Hope he wins.
What did you ask him?
I asked him about. Oh, I had three.
If you had one handmade body pillow.
No, because we had one go each, but we like all because we're filthy journals. I'm not a journal, but we all jammed a lot of questions in. One of mine was about his. How he expect what kind of response he expects because it's in America, and also the last match like was empty arena as well.
Oh God, I haven't thought about that. That's a really good question.
I asked.
Oh God, what if the bastards boo him?
No, they
The
won't.
Americans hate the Russians.
Well, he said.
they
but then-
ruin it. Oh
then,
no.
then later on, then later on, someone else asked more specifically about like the empty arena and whether that made that match special. But then, will they change their style for a live audience? And he went, no, this match could happen anywhere in the world, would still wrestle it the same way. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, because they have.
yes.
Like, hey,
yes.
you know those matches had in Germany? Yeah, let's do that again.
What else did I ask him? I can't
Did you
remember.
ask him how he busted himself open on NXT this week?
No, I didn't.
Because it appeared
But he
to
did
be-
have a plaster on his head.
I would play it be like he did a German suplex and Roddy sort of landed on his head and then he was busted open. Roddy's got a prickly back by the looks of things.
Halfway through the media call,
Hedgehog.
that door slowly swung open, and they just got back from Costco with all the cans of like drink and all the crisps and stuff. So I could just hear Pachi going, right, we've got Pepsi and we've got Fanta. I'm like, oh, please don't unmute me now. I don't want the kind of, I was in the work chat like, can someone close the door, please? But they were all just like, oh, biscuits. And so I'm just like, no.
I thought the worst thing was going to be Pachiti's voice because I am question the Cultaholic. It's like, who wants Dr. Pepper? Like, what?
But the way he was answering the other questions, he probably go like, I quite like Dr. Pepper, yes. He would just answer it very seriously. We can...
Thank you for asking. I've always wanted to talk about my fondness for Dr. Pepper. That's actually gushing over. Thank you, Cultaholic, finally.
He breaks down. I can't believe it.
You know how CM Punk looks at Pepsi? Not as much as I love Dr. Pepper.
The match was good, though.
It was. It did what it...
It was. If you're going to just say, what is a match between those two going to look like? I've written down some words. You want to hear the words?
Oh, please.
Grappling, holds, strikes, throws, transitions, technique, prowess. Elias tits on fire again. There it is.
Yeah. Beautifully said.
Thanks.
Hit Row are in the ring, and Swerve Scott wants his grill back.
Yes.
Santos Escobar appears on the Tron and says he's in the parking lot, alone, if Scott wants to come and get it. Scott heads out and gets ambushed by Wilder Mendoza, but the rest of Hit Row come along for the save. They win the brawl, and Scott gets his grill back. Yep.
Right.
What an idiot.
The other day I said to Ross, I went, is Swerve Scott an idiot? And he went, yep. But he won, so he didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
Why would you go to an empty car park on your own when you know the guy you're meeting has got friends, eh? Eh? Swerve, eh? But I did like Big Nasty Dollars, Kevin Nash-esque Rey Mysterio spot with Raul. Lovely little touch that was, like a dart.
They no-sold it. He got up and he was like, ah.
See, it's funny because they always call that the human lawn dart.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. What's a lawn dart?
I think it's a game.
I had to check, it's like a dart for your lawn.
Yeah.
That must be what Americans have.
Aye.
But you just throw and just...
We've got
Croquettes.
cricket.
Croquette.
They've got lawn darts. I don't know. We've got darts.
I'm on about actual croquette. Like,
Oh, croquet.
Yeah.
croquet.
Yeah.
Croquette, where I'm from.
Jack, you got a croquette.
I call it croquette.
Oh, no.
Why would I give a croquette like guy?
I went to school in Jasmine, so I've come along like, no. It's croquet. Please.
Yeah, please, don't call it incorrectly.
Croquette.
You look foolish. LA Knight is in... Sorry, I beg your pardon. The Rock
Yes.
Yeah.
is in the gym and offers to pay Josh Briggs 10 grand to hurt Cameron Grimes ahead of Takeover. Grimes faces Briggs and Ted DiBiase puts 20 grand on Grimes to win. He does so, but when DiBiase goes to collect on his bet, Knight hits him. Grimes tries to make the save, but The Rock hits his finisher. The People's Elbow.
Rock-
The Stone Cold Stunner.
The Stone Cold Stunner?
It's like a stunner, isn't it? Like, he gets to the neck and...
Oh, yeah. It's just as well that I did that, because if he was given 20 grand, then Khan would have had to fire him. So I think it's good that didn't happen. But yeah, we're all liking this right now, aren't we?
We are. Ted continues to be a hypocrite, but he can go. There's a small part of me hopes that Cameron loses this weekend just to put Ted through hell for his hypocritical ways. But yeah, it's good stuff, pals, isn't it?
Well, I was saying off camera that he should just lose. He should just not lose, sorry. Ted should just turn on Cameron Grimes every week, every month, every takeover.
Every takeover.
More and more betrayals. Grimes just starts to accept it. He's too nice.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
I think so as well.
It's just Ted's like, I literally can't control myself. I'm really
Please
sorry.
help me. I need help.
And
I'm an
Grimes
ill
is-
man.
He's such a fan of his. He's like, it's all right, Ted.
You're so cool. God damn.
Little things.
Index beat Robert Stone and Jesse Kamea in a mixed tag match. After match, Indy gets an engagement ring from Beth Phoenix and proposes to Loomis. He says yes, because he lost that match where he couldn't marry her.
I love everything
wait.
about this, Maffew. Loved everything about
loved it?
this from top to bottom. I love the synchronicity of Dexter and Indy's entrance with her doing his mannerisms, him seeing that and being shocked, like, oh my God, she's actually bought into this crap. No, I don't mean that. It's there is this good character development which we need more of in NXT, and to peel the curtain back. We shot this segment already, and we had to redo it. And the first time, I was like, we need less little wrestlers doing wrestling moves and more characters. which came out like I just want big sweaty men like Nick Khan does. That's not what I'm saying. But we need more.
You brought it up again though. You could have just.
I know.
not
Yeah,
said it.
I could have just messed up. But
It's all professional.
it's gnawing away at the back of my head, so I had to get it out there. But no, we need more characters like this on NXT, and this stood out from the rest of the card like a wonderful feeling thumb, not a sore thumb. A wonderful feeling.
A diamond in the rough.
A diamond in the rust. Rest in peace,
Too
Dick
soon.
Golden Balls. But yeah,
Are these for you?
Matthew brought them in as presents, I think.
Yes, all the way from the fridge. I needed to eat because we got told, oh, by the way, the recording stopped. I went, right, I need to have an angry eat of something. So
He's scuffed it down in one.
And I went, well, I can't just go out and eat somebody's chocolate. I'm not supposed to be eating some lactose intolerant, but there's nothing else here to eat.
Original. Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast brought to you in association with those little bars there. Being a fan of Tom Segura as well, I've fully learned how much of a dickhead, how much of a fraud Steven Seagal is over the years. So to see Robert Stone take the piss out of Steven Seagal was very welcome for me.
Does Tom Segura talk about that?
Yeah, he does like a dance video thing where he's dressed as Steven Seagal with a carrot.
You've been dancing your whole life.
Yeah.
I know.
And he murders Bert.
That's right. All the criticism. Steven Seagal really under siege there. So,
Stone's a very good clown, though.
oh, yeah.
Very good clown.
Wonderful dive.
Wonderful dive. Big splash.
Sploosh.
The pool was empty.
That's right.
That was Jim Ross, apparently.
That's right, yeah.
There was no water in the pool.
Oh, poor Finn Balor. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez have a split-screen interview ahead of their title match. Dakota says she discovered Gonzalez, but the champ replies that the only way she can win on Sunday is by bringing in the next Raquel Gonzalez. And that's impossible, because there's only one.
Good. I'm on Team Dakota here.
Oh, good that there's only one of her.
Good there's only one
that is
Raquel.
mean.
It is mean, but I'm here to provide professional wrestling analysis.
Okay.
And in my professional opinion, well, Raquel does fulfill a role and fulfill that role very well. She's very boring as well. And I'm fully on Team Dakota here. I'm relating to the sidekick jibes from the Adam Pacitti to all of ours. We're all Dakota and Adam's Raquel in this rivalry. So I'm saying take down the leader, Dakota. You can do it. I believe in you.
Yes, seize the power of the means of... But wait a minute. Weren't you just saying a minute ago that we should have more character development and we should have big, sweaty people rather than the little indie people?
Oh, no, I didn't mean
Gonzalez.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't mean I want just big people being in the wrestling because they're big.
Well, that sucks for you because the next few months NXT...
I was going to say, can you sum up to me in a sentence or two the character of Raquel Gonzalez, which doesn't include the words big, mammy, or cool?
Tall. She's like Batista. She was a henchwoman.
She's still a henchwoman.
She was, yes. Maybe that's where the term hench comes from. She was, yeah. We have the etymology of
So
hench.
the answer is they couldn't, which proves my point.
She's like Batista. She was the henchwoman, and now she's stepped out on her own. Daddy-o. I panicked towards the end.
He was like, well, that's a good point, boy. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's all on the floor. But yeah, she good.
She is good. I just want more. More.
More spies.
Raquel Gonzalez.
Raquel Gonzalez.
More.
Yeah.
Rachel Stevens took that songs to certain heights. I've just took it up there.
Nice.
To the moon.
Almost the height
To
of
the
Raquel.
moon.
It's going to be stood above her, that high up. Trying hard here. Kamala Hayes beats Duke Hudson. It's always weird to have to re-record everything. To reach the final of the Breakout Tournament.
Yeah.
Classic.
Good match.
Big sports entertainment heel versus flippy indie baby face. Classic. Textbook. But also a big takeaway from this match of Dolph Ziggler and to a lesser extent Billy Gunn watching. If you're going to try and hit a Fairmaster and intend to win a match, do it from high up. Jump off a high thing, land on that fool's neck, and win a match.
Do you know who did that? Do you know who used to do that? Although it was more of a kick than a Fairmaster. It was Bull Buchanan. He used to kick his legs about 10 times on the way down as well. What a freak. What an athlete.
Stole the show at WrestleMania 2000.
Really did.
Yeah, but at that show, it was petty theft. MSK defend the tag titles against Imperium. Walter tries to interfere, but Ilya Dragunov cuts him off, allowing MSK to retain.
Ganz gut.
And after the match, Walter and Imperium destroy everyone.
Ja, richtig. Entschuldigung.
Uber die Brücke, which is where Ilya Dragunov will be going at the hands of Walter. He'll be thrown over the bridge and far away. Never to be heard of ever again.
You
Last
think
week,
Walter's going to win?
Walter will win. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whoosh, he'll be thrown very far.
Ooh, I think
reckon
Ilya Dragunov's going to win.
Because I'm just looking. Of course, they could pull the big shock of all shocks, but last week he lost to Pete Dunne to Ilya, and this week he's just been knocked spark out by Walter. So they've not created any doubt there for me.
There's too much doubt. So much doubt that he's going to do anything.
But they could just spring a surprise. Who knows? Well, anything could happen in the World Wrestling Federation. But this match was a story of 2 scoop slams. Go back and watch the one that Fabian did to Wesley, and then the one that Walter did to Ilya. Both on the floor, but they both bounced like proverbial balls. Bouncy balls.
Dirty big
Did
balls.
you ever have that at school when you were on the highest floor and you get a bouncy ball?
Yes.
Oh, they were good times.
Who do you want to win?
I honestly don't know, because like if Walter wins, what does he do next? But if Ilya wins, what does he do next?
What does the brand do?
Do they go and play for Enfield?
That's it. Really good.
Who beats Walter if not Ilya? It's got to be Ilya.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be Rampage Brown.
I'd love it. I would love it to be Rampage Brown.
I would love it.
That'd be nice, but it's got to be Ilya. There's no one who's got anywhere near the level of Walter who's had anywhere near resembling
Rampage
a
Brown's
push.
the best wrestler in Europe.
Everybody says
All
it.
the wrestlers specify that when they talk
but
about him on Twitter.
What's he
'Cause
done on NXT UK?
What's he even won?
Since the Walter match?
Oh, I know, but there's been a pandemic.
All right.
So we've noticed that obviously a lot of wrestlers pay tribute to Rampage on Twitter because he's, a trainer and he's really influential in the UK scene and he's great and he's a nice guy and everything. But they always specify he's the best wrestler in Europe. They always, I don't know why.
To
they
the
always
extent
go
that
for
you think that his full name is actually Rampage Brown, the best wrestler in Europe.
And he is very, very good. I'm not saying that he's not, but it's just weird that they all go for Europe. It's a weird one. Yeah.
He didn't go much further afield, does he?
No, maybe that's
assume.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. I wonder if he has actually wrestled in America.
Oh, no, that was in England, wasn't it, when he got hoofed by Henry?
Yeah.
He wrestled at WCPW State of Emergency in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, okay.
On the day, no less, that Drew Galloway appeared at TakeOver.
He was like Rick Rude. He appeared on yeah. Weird.
And we were sat there in the crowd going, wow,
Oh, that's strange.
we know that man.
That's our champion of our promotion.
Quite loosely.
Yeah.
What's he doing there then?
I thought he was a friend until that moment.
No, he
didn't tell us a thing.
He didn't. He told the promoter. He didn't tell the YouTube dickheads. Why would he? Why would he do
I
that?
sat there, right, when he had some ice on his neck, speaking about how hot Orlando was and how much of a struggle it is for fat men. And he was like, I'm a big lad too.
You really felt you bonded in that moment.
Rab C. Nesbitt now.
What was the point that he betrayed you?
Yeah. I felt like I bonded with Drew that day, speaking about the weather and struggling in the heat. And then he replied, yes, I used to struggle also, but for not the same reasons. I have more muscle than Fat Ross. Sort yourself out.
And that came out.
I think I say, it was such a struggle to lift up that pen to write my name on the contract that we just gave me. What? No.
Right.
Yes.
It's literally like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn with Drew being Kevin Owens and me being Sami. Got betrayed. I got the proverbial powerbomb on the ring apron that day. That's what it felt like when I saw Drew in the front row.
He had notified the promoter.
But what do you mean modified poet? Was it when they showed him in the crowd, he went,
But we all went,
by the way, I've quit.
But we all were like, what? Bless you. It was a silent one, and that's interesting.
I find that interesting as well, how some people can't do a silent sneeze.
I can't.
I can't.
I have to grab my nose. It feels weird. Because it comes out your ears instead. You're like,
What?
Well,
Like
not
as if you've
literally.
been on a plane?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that sensation.
Now my ears are all jingly jangly.
That'd be interesting if I did that, because I've got swimmers here from when I used to be the swimmer in my ute.
What was your best stroke?
Breast.
Oh, really?
Not even joking.
Nice.
That was my race.
What?
World class I was.
What?
World class.
What?
County class. I should
Nice.
say. World class.
I hate swimming.
The best swimmer in Europe.
Yeah.
I used to enjoy it, mate. Just not the swimmers here that came with it. You know, you're doing the front crawl and you're turning every third one and the water goes in and you can't get out and it's still in there. And I've not swam for like 15 years competitively.
Still there.
Still there.
Doesn't go
That's why my
away.
ears are so crusty if you look closely.
Oh,
Because at night,
but I will
at
now.
night
Never-
it leaks
I've
out.
never
Oh,
noticed
look at
this
that.
before.
Crusty ears, Ross. Krusty the Clown.
second Krusty the Clown reference there in the podcast.
It's better to speak about my crusty ears than it is carrying cross at the minute.
I was about to say, this is all the preamble, but it's because there's not much to say about this bit with Samoa Joe and Killer Crowd. It came out. It was worth
Smashed
saying twice. Thank you. He came out. A crowd were like, oh, it's him. And then a few people went, Hardy, Hardy, because it is still funny. And then, where is Scarlett? Because where is Scarlett? Well, she's not bloody here, is she?
They've stripped away everything.
They
that made
need
them
to
different.
tell. This is a company that tells stories for a living. Okay, okay, Matthew.
Some of the worst stories I've ever
Okay,
read.
but why? There's a big gaping hole next to Karrion Kross each and every time he's on screen.
Don't call Scarlett
But the
that.
story, you know what I mean. She's not there, and they've not told us why. Dick Goneballs isn't there. They've not told us why. It has come up with something creative. It's a slap in the face. I tell thee.
I tell thee.
I agree.
I know it is.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay as well.
Yeah. And then Joe and Cross brawl. something. Smojo's winning.
It felt like a really forced brawl. That famous WCW pay-per-view forced brawl. With the stuff going through the barricades and all that. It just felt like oh, we've got to do something big and impactful here. Let's go through the barricades twice. Woo!
And
Not doing it for me.
and Joe usually makes everything feel really real. And even he couldn't quite save this. I feel like we all think Joe's going to win.
Yeah.
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 He's got to.
Imagine if he doesn't. Imagine the rush.
Don't say that.
Imagine.
How many people would tune out of NXT if Joe was to win, do you reckon?
To win.
If Joe was to lose, sorry.
Oh, lots.
Well, then after that, what is there? Karrion Kross,
We
still
got
the champ. It's
Indian
like-
Dexter and Cameron, that's about it. And
No, but I mean, like, what's next
Who
for
challenges
Karrion
Kross,
Kross to
yeah.
do?
Oh,
at
who
NXT?
challenges
It's like-
Karrion Kross?
He's
Jeff
starting off the
comes
Raw,
down.
isn't he?
Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, go for it.
The Rock, that's who.
Oh, The Rock.
He's got NXT champion written all over him, that man.
Yeah.
I'll write it on my cell in felt tip pen. Like Bobby Roode from back in the day. That's what I'm saying with The Rock.
Oh, yeah. I could see it. AEW. John Moxley and Eddie Kingston head to the ring, but are ambushed by Daniel Garcia and 2.0.
Who
they gonna
are
have-
these? Like, I know who they are.
Oh.
But who's Daniel Garcia? What's
I
his
don't know.
background?
He's just a wrestler.
Everyone seems to think he's a really good
He's
wrestler.
really promising, yeah.
Yeah, he had a nice match last week with Darby Allin.
Fair enough.
But it is just, he's a dude.
Is he a future star?
Needs more of a personality first. but
Okay.
in the
but
ring, he's all right.
He's got all the tools.
Yeah, he's got all the tools.
Don't
Now he
call
needs to make
2.0 that. Were they having was this match scheduled to happen anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right then. Because I just found it staggering how... Because I skipped over that detail, I should say.
Oh.
I found it staggering how quickly Sting got changed.
How?
No, this was scheduled.
Leap into action.
Yeah, it's been a Lieben. Sting and Darby head out to face them in a tornado tag match. They win after they go brawl around, and Darby does the bumps and bumps and bumps that he always does. Sting no-sells a table bump at one point.
It's a load of crap.
Literally
that.
getting up and going, I'm the Stinger. And yeah. And 2.0 going, ah!
I guess
And
you
it was,
could go, Sting, and then 2.0 are jobbers, I guess, and then their offense doesn't hurt as much as the main eventers or something. Nah, that's a load of bollocks, that. You should be selling table spots, Sting. I'm sorry, Sting, I love you, but you should be selling them.
Jim
it's as simple
Cornette
as
in
that.
the
yeah.
house? God.
No, that's later on. That's that fella, Dan Lambert.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know, I was all right with it because it was Sting versus 2.0.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it was very different to Team Taz in its entirety going, Sting.
He's making it snow!
Taz running away going, I'll get you, Sting, you and your snoon.
It'll happen soon.
We'll get more men.
You won't see it coming, but it'll happen soon. Sting, you will fall.
So angry, he turned British.
I'm waiting for that to happen. Go, well, one day we'll get you. You'll never see it coming. And then literally they'll go back and 10 seconds later they attack him. I bet you didn't see that coming.
They did get him once, didn't they? Was it just once? I feel
Brian
like they
Cage
did.
powerbombed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was once. That was a load of mess. That was a load of crap as well, wasn't it? That Team Taz and Sting stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like
A
any of that.
62-year-old fair on the bat. Come on, man. Powerhouse Hobbs is there.
Yeah.
Hook's there. Hook.
Hook could have taken him.
Hook.
Beating him, then beat Dom, then beat Gage.
And you were beat off. I wonder why I said that.
Sammy Guevara beat Sean Spears in a great match.
It was a great match.
And kisses his fiancée afterwards, who he proposed to before the show. And thank Christ she said yes. Oh, that would have been a
Oh, it would
very
have been
awkward.
so good. Oh, Nelly.
Oh.
Nelly Nelson. That would have been awkward.
Yeah. Sammy Guevara.
How nice is it, though? Because all the fans in the arena were like, isn't that nice? Yay. Like golf clap and all that stuff. But go to WrestleMania 33.
I forgot about that.
Nikki, will you marry me? Boo. You can't be happy while we are.
Well, after that god-awful match, yeah.
Oh, that was
Absolutely.
all right.
Oh,
Next
the
time,
build-up was amazing
Cena-
with Miz doing
build-up
the
was
stuff,
amazing.
dressing up. That was awesome. That match was nothing.
Oh, it was fine.
No,
It was just a
wasn't.
filler match at WrestleMania.
Uh-huh.
I didn't expect anything more of it.
The reaction to Sammy's proposal restored my faith in
Okay.
professional wrestling fans. Because I was like, why are we booing him? He's proposing to his girlfriend.
It's
a nice-
Cena.
Yeah.
You're supposed to boo him. Apart from now.
What were you booing John Cena proposing to Nikki?
Yeah.
Oh, man, what do you like, eh?
It's funny. It was all fake for the TV show anyway, so.
Oh.
You can't
I
say
thought we all
that.
believed. Didn't we all think that?
Yeah, probably.
No. That was love, that.
That's what missionary position gets you. This was a good match, but this got a bit Dumpty indie kick out for me towards the end. I mean, yeah, it was a grudge match. Fair enough, but this is only Sean Spears we're talking about. Let's not kid ourselves here. Sean Spears was kicking out the 630
And a DVD.
and the DVD to the guardrail.
Yeah.
Like, it's the second match. But still, overall, it was good. But, Sean Spears is doing this now.
I think I know. I think they're just ramping everything up for as we head into the well, not the pay-per-view. I keep thinking of it as a pay-per-view. Rampage tonight. The big moment. The debut.
It was a theme early on, the no selling. Obviously, Sting no selling, Sean Spears no selling. The 630 bit, not the 630 bit, the Spanish, the cutter off the top rope where they both stood there.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like,
No, but it's the grab. That's very WWE. I'm sorry, but I never liked you.
We're feeding it the tribalism here. We're being dirty men.
Good.
That was very WWE of them. Ugh.
Oh, no, well, people used to share those bits like Keith Lee. Like, Damien Priest goes to smash the thing and he gets it. He goes, no. And he's like, stares at him for like 10 seconds. And the crowd's just like, yay. And he's just like, I'm going to do nothing but stare at you.
Do you know what I've noticed? Sam's actually now gone the other way. He's flip-flopped a little bit. The past couple of days, he's shoehorned into our conversations. He said, can't wait until someone jumps ship from AEW to WWE. I'm like, all right. Can't wait for Tony Khan to make a fool of himself. I'm like, Sam, what's got into you? It's like you've seen a friend become radicalized. I'm like, hang on, what?
No, it's just the contrarian, isn't it?
Oh, right, okay.
I like people like Sam, though. I do, because...
Why?
They've got to
No.
Because you know that he's like this. He's like Ted DiBiase with Cameron Grimes. You know he's going to turn on him. And I just like the fact that people be getting motivated and not just be all have a hive mind and thinking the exact same thing. You need people like that. People like that.
But there is a hive mind of them on Twitter.
Of course there
There's
is.
hive
It's
minds on
Twitter.
both sides.
Yeah,
There's
I
two
know. And
hives.
I don't get in.
Two hives go to war.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dan Lambert is
Sam's
back
in the middle. Dan Lambert is back.
and runs down AEW for sending Lance Arch out to attack him last time. This time he's brought, I don't know, some tiny, insignificant Andre Arlovsky and Junior Dos Santos.
I know.
Former UFC
I know.
heavyweight champions.
I hate Junior Dos Santos because he beat my best mate, Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
But then he beat him back. So I met him once, yeah.
I forgot about that.
He was lovely.
Yeah, good.
My favourite ever UFC heavyweight after that day.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, after that day, right.
Yeah.
Archer doesn't care and heads to the ring anyway. But he's attacked from behind by Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Oh, yeah, I remember them. Dan Lambert.
What a promo,
talker.
man.
The line, you're not here because you're hardcore, you're here because you're hard up. Take that, you
That's
people.
a good one.
Eh?
It's a good one.
He's such a good promo. I mentioned earlier about the Cornette thing. Because I saw Cornette trend on Twitter before I watched this week's AEW, expecting this to come. I didn't get Cornette vibes from that.
Honestly,
Cornette wishes he could do that.
before you brought that up.
I'm joking, man. I saw that thing on Reddit this week from his 1997 pipe bombs about Sean Waltman and Diesel and Kevin Nash and Scott Hall going to WCW, NWO. You know, you used to do that Cornette. I'm Jim Cornette, and that's my opinion.
Those were good segments.
They were very good. It was shades of that. I get what people are saying. I'm just winding people up.
You've been a Sam.
I'm doing a Sam.
What's it, Cornette's best one? Talk about age in the cage. Hogan versus Piper. And he goes, yes, Hogan, you're a household name, but so is garbage, and that stinks when it gets old too. Anyway. But yeah, no, I'm like this guy coming out and ranting about you kids and your dark web. Jesus. You and your anime body pillows and your moose juices.
I love the little detail as well about like going to Dana White, allowing the contracts to be changed. It's the little things again. The little things. Yeah, because apparently the UFC, what was it?
So it was like, to explain why Masvidal and
Yeah.
Nunes didn't get in the ring last time. They were like, oh, there was a contract that they can't get in the wrestling ring. It's too dangerous. It's professional wrestlers.
Nice.
Many wrestlers are.
I'm not sure what's
tough
leading to exactly, but I am entertaining the breakup of,
the fire alarm. And he said engine there.
A fire engine. You're looking a bit like Masvidal recently. But like the
Bloody hell,
Caucasian,
thank you.
the white version.
wow, thank you, Jeff.
It's the shirt and the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the muscles.
And the fight, I was going to
the
say.
fighting, yeah, and the 10-3 record or whatever.
Exactly. yeah. Apart from that, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, mate.
That's all right.
The Young Bucks narrowly
My favourite wrestlers.
retain the tag titles against Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Man, my love for Jurassic Express grows more every day. Every
Right.
loss they take, I'll be watching them.
Yeah.
As Sting said. Not
Yes.
that one.
Why is it, do you reckon, that Luchasaurus isn't used more
Yeah.
on Dynamite? Because every time he appears, the crowd goes wild.
Oh, no, I think he's best used sparingly.
Right.
Not this sparingly, though. When was his last big match on Dynamite?
FTR? That was, half a year
You know
ago?
what? While you both review the match, I'm going to quickly Google that.
News.
I like this match, Matthew.
Do you?
It had me convinced at several points that there was going to be a title change, even though I really knew deep down. It's one of those matches where you're like, you go in thinking the Bucks are going to win.
Yeah.
And then you think, oh, hang on now. And they nearly pulled it off.
Yep.
The song still bangs. I've got no complaints with this at all. What about you?
Oh, very well said, pal. I'm echoing everything I was going to say. Omega tried to interfere, taken out by Christian.
Yes.
And after the match, the Elite drag Christian down to the ring. Omega hits him with the one-winged angel, and Don Callis counts the imaginary pinfall. Because, of course, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Christian are all friends.
So the previous
Because he's also Jurassic.
the previous Dynamite before this week's was on the 28th of July, where Christian Cage and Jurassic Express defeated the Hardy Family Office.
Oh, yeah.
And then before that one,
That wasn't a big match, though.
That was not big. Yeah.
that was
Matt Hardy's
on the 22nd of April, the AEW Tag Team Championship Contendership 4-Way. So that's not a big one
That's
either.
right, yeah.
Maybe
And then
he's been
before
going through
that
some injury
one,
issues, we don't know.
it was we don't know, do we? But it just seems because he's look at the Cage match thing here. He's always on Dark. He's always on Elevation.
Right,
It's just
right.
the Dynamites are very sporadic.
That's what I mean. They keep these people warmed up. On
But he's got
simmering.
freezing.
Simmering.
It's the baked potato's being taken out the microwave. It's no longer a hot potato. It's a cold potato. Put back in there again. He's a hot potato. Taken back out. He's a freezing cold, hard potato.
No, he's been wrapped up in tinfoil this entire time, Mr. Potato analogy. That's why. It's like Dynamite, Dark, still doing his thing. No, Dark and Elevation, doing his thing, still getting elevated. And still Dark doesn't work, does it?
Da-da-dun-dun, da-da-dun-dun. Hey. Da-da-dun-dun.
Oh, Elevator, right. He's got,
Oh.
he's got a new theme tune now.
Has he? What is it?
Don't know, like some Evil Osprey, I'm a heel theme. I don't know. It's
How
not,
does it go?
Well, I'm sad because I liked Elevator, Elevate Me. So he's changing now. I don't know. How does it go, Richard?
Sing it, Richard.
Sing it.
Sing it
You know how
loud.
like Roman's got like a dramatic, ominous end music. It's sort of like that. Not as good, but it's like it's heel, very heel.
I would be just looking at Ospreay's sort of how his apparel has changed recently. No, is it recently? Has it been a while where he started dressing like a gentleman?
Honestly, this year, since I stopped doing Wrestlers of the Week, and with New Japan's booking issues, I've really not caught up with them as much as I should have. You want to ask Aiden or Jack Atkins? They are the New Japan boys. I know I'm not a New Japan boy anymore, man.
He's one of us now.
I'm one of the normies.
Good. Let the hate flow through you. Paul White is with Tony Schiavone because he has an announcement to make. QT Marshall and the factory interrupt. Then QT says his position as producer gives him all kind of secret information.
QT,
what?
man.
He gets the production truck to show photos from shows' recent operations, including his ass. Paul isn't embarrassed and reveals that Tony Khan has booked himself as his QT at All Out. Oh.
Dreams can come true. Look at me. It's QT Marshall versus Paul White.
It's a dream match.
Yeah. It's an AEW Dark Elevation match on a pay-per-view, but I can see why it's on there.
It's the
Because
return
obviously
of Paul White.
It's the return of Paul White, and everyone loves the big show.
Return of the White.
Once again.
Return of the White.
Oh my God.
Return
I think
of
I
the
saw
White.
my friend.
You know he's gonna turn. Oh my God.
I saw my friend Sean Ross Sapp on social media saying, you're an arsehole. He's my friend. He's my best friend. He's my only friend. Saw him saying, if you don't, I was about to say something weird there. If you don't shout, tall Paul, you're a bad person.
That's a good chant.
Tall Paul.
Tall Paul. Well, it's Tall Paul.
Tall. Look how big and tall he is. Tall.
So I'm fully on board the tall Paul, tall train.
Hello, Tall Paul, we meet us. You're about to meet us.
Maybe that's how we use tall Paul. Tall Paul going forward can be the pole instead of like it'd be like a something on a tall Paul match. Just him stood in the corner like.
Yeah.
You can't get it. You tiny indie men.
So casting someone as the tree in a pantomime or a
Tall Paul takes me higher. Where we are? Taz and Hook give a big introduction to Ricky Starks, who calls out Brian Cage. I kind of reminder that Team Taz are supposed to be the bad guys. I think. Not too sure.
I don't know if this would be picked up on the TNT version, but me watching them fight, they got the sound mix a bit wrong during the Young Bucks promo that happened immediately before this.
Oh, I wonder what was that.
And you heard Taz defending Hook because the crowd were chanting Justin Bieber.
I wondered who was Bieber getting. Oh,
shut up! Let me tell you, this is Notorious Hook.
Oh, what a good dad.
Imagine defending
Taz
your
is.
poor little son.
I like
bullied.
Dad Taz.
Yeah, Dad Taz.
Yeah. Dad. The Tron shows that Hobbs has laid Cage out backstage, but Cage starts to fight back.
Yeah, he's so strong, he defied a trope of wrestling.
Yeah.
When someone's been laid out backstage, they don't move.
Yeah,
He
and then they
fought
were
back.
like, whoa, cut the feed. Let's run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well done, but Brian Cage is just like, well, I was a bad guy, and then the bad guys turned on me, so now I'm a good guy. And it's like, are you sure about that, mate?
Yes, because he was honourable in a feud. Was it with Sting or someone? He was like, congratulations for beating me. Or something like that.
Oh, he's a loser.
Got new music.
Has he?
There's a telltale sign.
Elevator. He's got it's the musical merry-go-round.
So that sounds a bit like the Terminator at the start, didn't it? Like the dun 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 dun. That one.
Because that was Omega's thing for a bit with a. Now it's going to Brian Cage. That's nice of him.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa beats Penelope Ford. Sorry, beg your pardon. Penelope. Yeah, it's a decent match.
Yeah, it was decent. I didn't know what else to put about it because it was just a clean win to get Thunder Rosa back.
Pop.
In our minds. Yeah.
Thunder Rosa pop needs to be a term on the podcast.
The Thunder
now.
Rosa pop.
It was a big pop.
We've got the Bobby Lashley pop.
Pop.
Oh! We've got the Brucey P brother love pop.
Yeah,
And
no one's doing that now.
Thunder Rosa pop's more like a. That wasn't what I would all. Is that a guttural sort of? Yes.
Oh, it's just hard.
Yeah. Aye.
What were
Thunder Rosa.
There was one the other week. And maybe you weren't here. There was another pop.
Oh, there was.
What
Who
was it? It was like a
Pop?
weird one, wasn't it? It was like,
That's what Hook calls
bit of an-
Taz.
like a bit of an underpop.
Hey, pop.
It was a bit of an underwhelming one. It was like,
I'll get him, pop.
The Cross on Raw. He didn't get any.
I can't remember who it was. If anyone remembers, please do comment down below.
Damn it. We need to get the pop board.
Yeah, we do.
Top of the
Top of
pops.
pop.
Oh.
It's a photo finish, but Ross has just pipped me there.
Get it on there somehow.
Don't know.
In the future, we will do that somehow. We will.
We won't.
I believe that we will win, as the Americans like to chant at the football.
Yeah.
The soccer, sorry.
They do say that. It's so
I
weird.
believe
rubbish
that
chant.
we will
It's
win.
rubbish.
Yeah.
I believe that
It's
we
not in
will
that
win.
tune. It's not to the tune of Who the Flippin' Hell Are You. It's I believe that we will win. It's really crap.
I believe
it's so
that
forced.
we will win.
They
That
don't
belongs
do-
on a stage, not in a football
They don't do
stadium.
chants properly, Americans.
I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win. Whereas we're all like horrible
Who
chants.
cares?
support is flipping
Shocking.
Alan Shearer's illegitimate. He has got any birth certificate. Anyway, that was a
Keno, he wanks his dogs.
Yeah.
Keno.
This is just from one rivalry. All these ones. Kieran Dyer, his mother and his sister and his brother, all the Dyers, each other, dirty black and white. But yeah,
Adam.
Moving on. Moving on. Various backstage segments built towards future matches.
I got nothing against Kieran Dyer. He seems like a nice man and a wrestling fan.
Well, apparently, because Kayla, my good lady, as Tom would say, is met Kieran Dyer's brother.
He's from Ipswich, isn't he?
Yeah, he's from Ipswich. Apparently, Kieran Dyer's brother's a lovely man, but
Nice.
Kieran Dyer himself is a bit of an arse.
No,
Which, if you watch I'm a Celebrity, is a big shock because he was a lovely fella on there, wasn't he?
I
The
didn't
cameras
watch
are on.
that season.
When the cameras are on, aye. It's a big
Sim.
thing. We've learnt that this week. A big thing.
Always be working. Tony Schiavone announces a tag team tournament for a steel cage title match at All Out against the Bucks, who are furious because this actually makes sense to have a steel cage for once to keep all those people from interfering. However, I don't think a steel cage has kept people out of a match since 1983. Oh well, still looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Anderson reveals that next week his son will lose to Malachi Black.
Yeah.
Oh,
basically.
God. What's he called? Young Anderson?
I don't know, but there's nothing young about him.
Ken?
Have you seen him?
Davey?
Last time he showed up, he looked okay. That's definitely his
Ken
son. And now he showed up with a beard. And he's aged 5 years. Since the last time he
his
was on.
His voice is powerful. He's like, "No, Dad, I'm gonna get him."
Your son, you can't do it.
He's not going to do it. He's going to get
He's gonna get
manhandled.
mauled, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
Poor
so
guy.
dead.
Imagine if he beats him.
What's he called? Why can't I remember
I
Arn
know, I'm
Anderson's
looking now.
son's
I'm looking
name?
now. Don't worry.
Brock.
Anderson.
Richard in there with a
Brock
save.
Anderson, who's at this rate will be older than Arn by the end of the year. Miro's next target is Eddie Kingston. And again, Miro gives thanks to his God and his flexible wife.
Thank you, CJ.
Yes.
Oh, I've got to call out Owen Mawson.
Call on who?
Owen Mawson. Owen.
That's Owen
Oh.
who works here.
Owen, what's his surname?
Mawson.
Is that who you say it?
M-A-W-S-O-N. Mawson.
Go on then.
'Tis the season to drink Pepsi. Fa la 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 la. Happy CM Punk Day, everyone. Excitement levels are pretty damn high. I just didn't like that Pepsi. It was just weird. Just a weird.
Everyone's running out of stuff to say. Because
about
now
Punk.
people are getting mad at people going, hey, it would be funny if they teased it and someone else came out. Be like, that's just not funny now. I'm like, it would be funny.
I think that would be terrible if they did that. I think you don't waste this pop on
be so
because then
funny.
when the second time the music hits, people are going, "Oh, is this another one?"
It would be so funny if it wasn't Punk.
It would be funny.
It'd be funny because Tony Khan obviously is a very optimistic man. He thinks they're going to go this wild for like whoever he signed, like I don't know,
Could you imagine if it was
S.A. Rios.
Daniel Bryan,
Oh.
right? Just imagine Daniel Bryan getting the Rey Mysterio 2014 Rumble treatment.
No.
He wouldn't get that.
Can you imagine?
I don't think he'd get like it would be such a confusing pop. It would have to invent a whole new category of
Oh,
pop.
that would be. Where would that be on top of the pops? Who
what?
is top of the pops?
At the minute, it's Brother Love, sure.
Brother Love,
or
yeah.
Lashley.
Brother love for the sheer unexpectedness.
Love,
of-
Lashley, Rosa.
Okay.
It's like the mums. Love, Lashley, life.
Right.
Yeah. Then D. Bry would be somewhere in the middle, like yeah. Oh!
It's not what we wanted, but we'll take it.
Aye.
Yeah. It's a speedboat on Bullseye, you know. Prefer, a car or something I can use, but
Tony
I'll take
Khan
it.
comes out. Here's what you could have had. Picture of Phil, big old Phil. I'm sorry, I can't say that kind of.
Big old
He
Phil.
hates that when people, like fans, call him Phil. I saw an interview where he said he hates that. CM Punk.
I hate it when anyone does anything. CM Punk. And then John Moxley will face Daniel Garcia on this week's Rampage. Okay, great. Then the main event. The crowd sing Jericho the ring for his 5th and final labor against MJF. Jim Ross called it the 5th labor of love. I wasn't sure if you got it wrong or that's actually what he thinks it's called. Which I thought was nice. He's not allowed to use the Judas effect. Anything to do with Judas is out. But MJF hits one of his own.
Judas himself is barred from ringside.
Yeah, well, I mean, can't trust him.
Oh, God.
And makes Jericho tap out to the Salt of the Earth Fujiwara armbar for the win.
Yeah, he used a Judas
And that's
effect
it.
of his own.
Yeah. It's our. Is the feud finally our?
I hope so.
Me and Fraser
Yeah.
were going back and forth all week. He was like, I think Jericho's going to win. And then MJF will win the rematch. I was like, I think MJF's going to win. And for once, because Fraser usually is quite good at guessing, but I was right this time. And I think... I thought she was going to come in there.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
in the doorway.
Beat me, Mr. Barnes. The print is just there, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Aye. It
I think
was
they did the right thing.
Yeah.
right result, but I thought tonally right. I'm going to be a bit of a pretentious arsehole here.
Go for it.
Tonally, I thought the match was completely off. Have we not been building this matchup for what feels like several years? Chris Jericho finally getting his hands on MJF, and Jericho's there going, hee hee, hello camera, oh, we'll do sticky fingers up, and oh, showmanship.
Yeah.
Less of that, man. Chris Ripley's bleeding head off, will you? Tonally, this match was all over the shop.
Oh,
And
makes
as
sense.
for the finish, Aubrey had her back turned. I assume she had her back turned for a bit too long, a bit longer than she was supposed to, because Jericho could have done a Judas effect, and she wouldn't have known. She wasn't looking,
It was weird. Like, no, it's banned. It's like, yeah, but he's got a bat in the ring. That's not allowed.
and she wasn't looking. Aubrey was her back was turned. He
It
could have done
didn't.
it.
It did. Storytelling lost itself somewhat. But
Yeah.
then again, this entire story's gone on for way too long. It's time to wrap it up. All right,
Yeah.
all right. And you're
this
all
will
right
be,
about
this will be the end.
Yeah. Oh, please. But the tone was wrong. You're right. But Jericho does love doing the big match Jericho bits.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Gifts, memes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubbly.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right result, as Jack was saying.
Good.
Yeah.
And now we can move on to something else.
I hope so.
Not just an AW, but
On the
this
podcast.
segment. And we won't have to re-record anything.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's all right.
Yeah.
This next week we'll be like batch recording a bunch of stuff like NXT anyway. So
In fairness,
I'm gonna all be 6'3" and 350 pounds.
in fairness, we only had to record a small. When you see these appear, that's when you know we've had to re-record a little bit.
Yes.
It's just a bit of NXT. Don't worry.
Just a reminder.
Symbolism.
Cultaholic Wrestling brought to you in association with Blue Ribboned
And
Moose Jose.
making your urine green.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
And let's have a little dive into the mailbag.
Rummage.
Ahoy hoy Savaloy.
Ahoy hoy.
I want to start out by saying thank you for all the great content you've been making these last few years. I arrived in Japan the day after the Wrestle Kingdom Jack and Sam went to, and watching your content in my local Starbucks, where I didn't have Wi-Fi at home, helped keep me sane.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
That's waifu, isn't that? I was supposed to say that. Mean wife? It's waifu, isn't it? Not Wi-Fi.
I like your version, but no, that's exactly how you say it. I didn't have my waifu at home.
I'll get there, weebos.
It's good. You're not.
I'll be one of you soon.
You being a gym dude and a weeb is it's amazing, the evolution.
Turn into Mace.
Yes.
You're all submissive and breedable.
God.
I'll make you breedable. I'll submit you into breeding my offspring. Is that how it goes?
That's how weebs talk, yes.
Yeah.
Which wrestlers do you think would benefit the most from a general size increase? In brackets, height and muscle mass.
Oh, my word.
I think if Adam Cole was 6'5" and 230 pounds,
6'5".
he'd never have been a Ring of Honor champ because he'd been too busy winning titles in WWE. As a contrast, which wrestlers do you think would still have gotten over if they were much smaller? Would Braun Strowman have been as popular if he was Drake Maverick sized?
No, he wouldn't.
Best of luck at all your current endeavours. Jim from London.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
It would be better if they were bigger.
Spanky, the Brian Kendrick,
Oh,
would be a
yes.
multiple-time world heavyweight champion, I think, if he was 6'5" and 300 pounds. And in my mind, the one that creeped to in there with being smaller, Giant Gonzalez. Imagine if he was 5'7".
And they still call him Giant Gonzalez. Whoa, look how big I am. I was like, all right. I like that.
Endless fun.
I'll go for. I think if Adam Cole was 6'5", I don't think he'd have ever got into wrestling. He'd be like a model or in films or something. He'd never have made it to the wrestling industry.
You're one of those people that's like, well, what do you do exactly? It's like, oh, I'm an influencer or something like. Yeah, but what do you do? It's like, I'm hot.
I'm really handsome and big.
I'm hot professionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still hot though, but yeah.
I'll go for... No, because you know what? I was going to say Layla Hirsch, but her thing is that she's small and strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll not choose her then. Who would have been better smaller? Carly's whole thing was he was big.
Yeah.
Viscera. No, his whole thing was that he was big.
Yeah, wrestling's, well, WWE style at least, is very much made of the, you're a big guy and you can wrestle like you're a big guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Try to think of who's a big guy who wrestles like a smaller guy. Like Morrison?
Dijakovic.
The way he went, Dijakovic.
I forgot his T-bar. Sorry, T-bar.
Condensation. Yeah, I think that's a good, decent shot. Although his part of his thing is that him and Keith Lee were like two massive lads doing bloody shooting Spanish flies and stuff. I don't know. It's a weird question. It's an interesting one.
I think Diesel is the only person I can think of because of his personality.
Yeah.
But 5'7" Diesel acting like he's 7
5
foot.
is Vinny Vegas.
Yeah.
I'd like if. I wonder how the wrestling industry.
Eat his kid's meal lasagna.
Have a kid's portion, please.
Doing a shoot interview with the little pingu head you took off the ice cream out of.
Chicken nuggets.
I'd like to see how the,
I love chicken nuggets.
I'd like to see how the
I could
wrestling.
eat 3.
I'd like to see how the wrestling industry would be if Vince was like 5'7".
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Hulk Hogan would never have existed?
I don't know.
The Hogan era would have been replaced
'Cause
by
isn't-
insert 80s small man.
Isn't Vince pretty tall? He's taller than like
He must
Austin,
be
isn't
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
looking at him
yeah.
comparatively.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what Joe Malenko.
Like he didn't
Yeah,
look. He didn't
yeah.
look small next to Hogan, did he? So
No.
Yeah, fair enough. He's must be
Yeah.
quite big.
I was like, who would you improve by making bigger? Is funny because I was like, do you think if like Dunk the Clown or someone was like, a giant evil clown? Oh my god! Oh, not only is he big, kids. Not only is he a clown, but he's a dick. Oh, man. Hello, gentlemen. So Glenn Jacobs, the Big Red Machine Kane, thank you, said that if he could tag with a former president, he would be in a tag team with George Washington.
Of course.
Where was it? Was this on one of your Q&A calls? Did you ask him this?
No.
Immediately, my mind raced to think of which wrestlers would make great tag teams with historical figures.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, and now I can't stop booking the title run of the immortal pairing of Orange Cassidy and Gandhi.
Oh, no.
Their tag team name, Smooth as Juice. What?
Who's juice?
Because he's bald?
Oh, right. That's the only thing I can think of.
Unless he's seen a nude.
Unless the way you've said that forms a word in like Hindi, and then that's like a word we've said. But I don't think it is.
So,
He was a Buddhist, was it? Oh, I don't know what Gandhi was.
so
I don't know what Gandhi was.
moving on. So grab a wrestler, grab a historical figure,
Okay.
make a tag team, give him a name and a finisher move, and who you got. Once again, David from Barbados. Thank you, David.
I've come prepared because I did the
Oh,
mailbag.
yeah. Well, we've got this question about now.
Have the Christ brothers been cancelled?
One of them has.
I know them, but well, the good Christ could be with Jesus and be called Jesus Christ.
The Chris Christ connection.
Chris Christ.
Chris Christ.
Yeah. Chris Christ, so make you and then their finisher could be the razor's edge kind of thing. Crucifix bomb, something like that.
Yes. Or just roll up everyone with crucifix pins.
Williams, Shakespeare, and Regal could be Killing Bills.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Stalin and Ric Flair.
Go on.
Stalin and Profiling.
Oh, yes. Phenomenal.
Now you just had Napoleon rocking up to AEW and then having it be renamed to Napoleon on Dynamite.
Oh, I thought you were going to go because he's small, so it'd fit in with it. That's great, though. Napoleon on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
my
could
God, Ross,
You
you're
could
seeing
have
this.
WWE's Neville and Isaac Newton, the man that gravity forgot and the man who remembered him again.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Karl Marx, the spokesperson for all wrestling fans. That's all I've got written down. Because we are all Marx.
Oh, Karl
And
Marx.
he's
Karl
smart.
Marx.
Yes. Oh man, I wish we'd.
How do we follow that?
Oh, why did you go first?
I got prepared.
Oh yeah, fair.
I did just to peel the curtain back once again. I did send the mailbag in roughly an hour before we shot this morning.
You've sold us down the road.
I know, yeah.
Okay, Maffew, now
I
we
was
can
sat
do
there
this.
frantic on my couch going, let's go, oh, historical figures.
No, we can do this. We can do this, right? Idi Amin.
Oh, Christ.
No, I don't
Prince
know.
Amin.
And Prince Amin,
Do you know what I mean?
the meme machine. But Prince Amin's the nicest man ever. And
Yeah.
Idi Amin's
The
one of
wacky tag teams
and Idi Amin's
just
one of
can't
the
get
worst.
along. All Prince Amin wants is him to tag into his friend, and Idi Amin can't stop killing his own countrymen.
They both like money.
Idi Amin,
They
of
both-
all the people.
They both like money.
God.
All right then. Okay, I'll think of a
great.
different one. Robert McGarvey Priestley.
Oh, no!
Why have I gone for African dictators? Why is that the theme I've gone
What's
for?
the finishing move there?
I don't know, man. I'm not even going to try.
No comment. No comment.
I've gone lightheaded there. Jesus.
I think I've done all right.
Maffew.
Greetings from the only person in the UK.
Wait, who was it from? Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, David from Barbados.
Oh, David from Barbados. Hello again. Thank you very much for that one.
Greetings from the only person in the UK who doesn't care about Love Island.
Oh, no,
I don't
you're not the
care
only
either,
one. You're
yeah.
not the only one.
I care about them because they said I am the table.
What?
Following my... See, one of them was interviewed and goes, I'm just worried about what I bring to the table. Just, but you are the effing table. That's
Oh, he
why
didn't mean it.
I am the table with the fruit on.
He didn't mean it with like he hadn't watched Mania.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
a
like
shame.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just entering more like weird
can't-
situations, that expression.
I can't believe it.
I am the table.
I am the table has somehow accidentally been said. That combination of words.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's so weird. It's weirder than everything you just said in that guy's answer. Following my Royal Rumble question last year, I'm the seagull on a ladder guy.
Oh yes.
Says so on my eHarmony account.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
I vaguely remember it, but I can't quite remember
Ah,
why.
awesome. If the presenters of Cultaholic were to be in a wrestling faction, who would fill the following roles? The chosen one,
Pachi.
who will be a main will be a main eventer in a few years.
Oh right.
Literally Andrew.
Andrew.
yeah.
Yeah, Andrew. Yeah.
Mr. Gravy.
Yeah.
He's had
He'll
the
ride the gravy train all the way. Yeah,
He's
you're
had the
right.
gravy
Oh.
rocket strapped to his back.
He's shaved his head like Stone Cold now. He's so ready to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's all he needs, a haircut. And that's it. The tag team, that's Owen and Jack, isn't it?
Yeah,
No.
it's weird. We don't really have like combos, do we?
I'm a single star.
We're all
Me,
just,
me and Tom.
all just
I-
mixed
well,
in, don't we? Oh, you and Tom, yeah.
Owen and Andrew are shoot best friends, but we've already chosen Andrew for the.
Andrew
Unless they have,
can't
like,
be
a,
both,
unless they have
yeah.
like a Rockers break.
You could be like the second version of the Midnight Express.
No, I'm Jack the Jobber. I'm Cultaholic. I found myself saying that quite a lot the past week. Someone will say something, I'll go, I'm Jack the Jobber. I'm joking, but it's like, I need
You're
to
proud
stop
of
saying
that?
that. No, I'm not. I'm desperately ashamed.
But then why are you saying that?
I don't know. Because I panic and I can't think of a comeback. It's from sitting next to Fraser. He's very quick-witted and he puts me on the spot. He goes like,
Good, man. Iron sharpens iron.
he's like, are you proud of that, mate? Proud of that tweet you done there? And I go, I'm Jack the Jobber. But it's not a good comeback. It's not a good comeback, is it, though? It's rubbish.
Well, if you compare Twitter followers, just go, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be... That's so sad. That's such a sad thing to do.
You're right. You should say you Jack the Job and move on. The mid-carder for life. Oh. Is that me?
So
Am I even mid-card?
No, you're not mid-card. You're higher than mid-card.
Yeah, on the podcast.
I think Richard doesn't crave the spotlight. Can't be saying that, Jeff.
He's saying...
You can't be serious,
He's saying
Ross.
Sam.
Come on.
Can't be serious, come
Can't
on.
be serious. Come on.
I don't know who to say for that one.
I'll say Richard, but deliberately so, because he doesn't want to.
He's a good hand.
You've pussied out the question.
I have not.
You've pussy cat out the question, that's right.
But whenever he does appear,
No, I
on
see Richard being
on
like-
like on the Japan vlogs, everyone was like, "Oh, all right."
Just say presenters.
Oh, does it? Sorry about that. I swore because Richard corrected me and I realized
Richard's
he was
taking
right.
no prisoners on the podcast.
No,
today.
he's not.
Who is it then?
Go on then.
I've given my answer.
Who's the mid-carder?
I hope he doesn't watch this back. He won't watch it.
Well, I'll. Yes.
No, it's right. No one will tweet at him that
Well,
this has been said.
it's Sam as
Go on,
well.
Jack.
But Sam as well. Presenters really narrows it down.
Yeah, it does.
It's a bit of a saucy question, isn't it?
Well, it's
I
because,
love
mean, because he's a full-time editor as well. I mean, he doesn't have time to. I'm scrambling. I'm like, don't be mean to me, Sam.
The one everyone forgets until they are in a bizarre video with the Iron Sheik interfering with a camel.
What?
But somehow stays employed longer than anyone else.
I don't know. Jen. Yeah, go on then.
Just because she lives up in Scotland. There's a good reason for her not being on the channel quite often. Because she lives elsewhere and has a shoot job outside of what we do here.
Yeah.
Hadrian's Wall is tricky to cross.
That was the idea of it.
It's designed to keep them out.
I remember going to see Hadrian's Wall when I was a kid and asking the question, well, he's not even that tall.
Where's the wall?
He's not even that tall. How did he not get over that?
Yeah.
Forgetting it's quite old.
People were smaller back then, I guess. But
Just little Dennis Wise is up and down the country.
Small men.
Very small man.
in
Even
addition,
tiny poo-poos around the campfire.
Ooh, Dennis Wise.
in addition, who would be the first to turn heel and break up the group?
Adam.
He's got very strong heel tendencies, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'll go for
Just
Patchouli.
cast us all aside and leave us.
Yeah.
You could do.
It's going to happen one day.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
I'm waiting for you.
We know it is, Adam. You're not going to shock us.
We know.
We know.
That's coming.
We know.
We're going to have the Rhea Ripley Charlotte feud. It's like, yeah, we turned on you before you had the chance to turn on us.
In the
Yes,
next,
I'll go-
the next 2 years, he'll leave us all here. He'll die. He'll put lots of people out of a job.
I wouldn't judge him for that. It's his life. Everyone's got their own life to live.
Oh, no.
As if that's just happened right then.
No.
Oh, everybody
of
works
wind
at
has opened
Cultaholic's
the door.
amazing and lovely and sexy and delicious, and we wish them the best of future endeavours. It's Sam.
I just looked at the door then and just like slowly opened. Just,
It's got a button.
Right.
Just-
Hang on, they're
he's
talking
just
about
up
us.
there like a spider. Like, I'm in.
Ron Swanson's got a button to shut his door to keep people out who
That's
didn't
right.
like him.
Those were the questions in the mailbag.
Thank you, everyone, in the mailbag.
And if you have any questions disguised as insults or just whatever's on your mind, please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com. Bit of Reese's Pieces.
A little bit of Reese's Pieces.
Topecon A up, lads. Bit of a unique take on the segment today. This won't sound like anything to do with wrestling to begin with, so please bear with me.
I love non-wrestling questions.
I've been watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Side note, great show. And in one of the episodes, the character Mac claims that all great trios are made up of 3 people. The looks, the brains, and the wild card. To back up his point, he reeled off a few famous trios from TV and film. But my nerd-ass brain immediately thought, pro wrestling factions. And after I rattled through 2 or 3 examples in my head, the theory seemed like it could apply. The rules of the Reese's Pieces are simple. I offer up a wrestling faction, and you decide which of their members is the looks, which is the brains, and who is the wild card.
Okay.
For some examples, I may name a faction with more than 3 members. In those scenarios, just pick the 3 you think fit.
Cool.
Okay, so let's go. Go Jack, Ross, me. The Shield of Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose.
Ambrose is the wild card. Reigns is the looks. Rollins is the brains.
I agree.
Rollins is the wild card because he turns on everybody. Reigns is the brains, and Dean Ambrose is the looks.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
When
I
you started,
like
when you
Moxley
start,
back
when
then.
you started, I was like, and then you made it. By the end, I was like, it does work. It works as well.
Moxley when he had that hair, the little ruggy hair. I
Isn't
like
it
that.
weird when you look back that? Because I always thought that, just because Reigns was the biggest when he was the leader, but it was Ambrose, wasn't it? Ambrose was the real
Ambrose
leader.
was the leader.
Rollins was like the skiving, conniving, oh, you should do this, Dean.
And Reigns was
Starscream.
Like, Reigns was like their big mate. Yeah.
Yeah, the big mate.
Yeah.
Jungle Express, Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt.
I mean, Jungle Boy is the looks. Stunt is, I'll say, the wild card, and then Luchasaurus is the brains. He's got a master's degree.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, in what?
Don't know.
Medieval history.
Yeah, history. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it? Yeah, something to do with medieval history.
Oh, I bet you could have come up with a good answer for that wrestler and his famous dictator question that we had before.
Sorry, I feel like maybe me and Ross will disagree. I just keep on skipping over him because I say what he'd say.
That's fine.
Okay.
That means you're
It's the
right.
name, it's the name of the game.
Yeah.
It is, and I agree completely. Yeah, Jungle Boy is the looks.
Imagine if I said Jungle Boy was anything other than the looks.
I mean, shoot, fight breaks out in podcast. Too Cool, Rikishi, Scotty Too Hotty, and Grandmaster Sexay.
Oh, interesting. This is the hardest one so far. I'll say that Oh, man. I'll say that... I can't do this. This is hard. Well, Grandmaster...
I'll go first.
Go
this
on,
time.
go on.
Quiche's the wild card.
Yeah.
Sexay was the looks. Scotty, if anyone, had the brain. Because he would finish all the matches, wouldn't he? Well, just about some of them.
Fair
And you
enough
get the
then.
job of training afterwards. I agree with that
Oh,
completely.
yeah.
I'll
Good
go for
one.
that as well.
3 megabyte. Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, and Jinder Mahal.
Drew's the looks. Slayer's the wild card. Ginger's the brains.
Heath was the brains,
Oh.
in a weird way. He was the leader and took them on the
Yeah, he
tours
was
everywhere.
just one man.
He got them booked everywhere in nightclubs doing gigs and whatnot.
That's right, we saw that.
Drew the looks, Jinder, the other one.
Wild card.
The wild card of Jinder Mahal.
He actually
Because
became
he was the most like the most
Forgettable member.
fish up a tree,
Yeah.
the most lost in 3MB, the
Yeah.
most the one who shouldn't have been there the most.
Wasn't it his
Jinder.
idea, though, wasn't it? The appeal of...
I know.
These 3 wacky random dudes.
That makes him the wild card
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with that one, actually. It's very good. I'm not going to say...
I hope the Brood are in here.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? The New Day.
Mm.
Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E.
I think that Woods is the looks and the brains, though.
You got to pick one.
I know.
All right,
it's a tough one,
I'll
that.
go Woods brains then. Kofi. They're all handsome boys.
They are.
I'll go Kofi looks, but that's just doing him a disservice because he's the star. He became the champion and everything, and then Big E's the wild card because obviously Big E's the wild card.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I'll swap them around and make Xavier the looks.
Okay,
Just, because
you pure love him. You love Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
In not just because of his looks though, in many ways.
Yeah, man, it's good. You see people that talented and passionate about stuff.
Nerdy.
It's such,
He'd have got
such
that
a
Final
likable.
Fantasy. He'd have got that Final Fantasy reference. He'd have got Maze.
Yeah.
Like
You're going, that's great. And be all
Yeah.
positive and stuff. You wouldn't be like insulting you and stuff. You'd be like, oh, yeah.
I respect that man's hustle. Lots of revenue avenues he has.
he retweeted me once.
Did he?
Yeah, I was buzzing. It wasn't about wrestling.
What was it about?
I said Worms should be an e-sport.
Worms.
Yeah. And he put,
The game?
He put, this is the effing truth. I was like, yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
See? Nerds. So, yeah.
Aye.
They're like, you're getting into the weeb stuff just to expand your revenue streams.
He's not getting into weeps.
Yes.
He's got a body pillow.
The body pillow that was already in the... Well, actually, to tell the truth, Ben and Peter did have the Wish version, and then we didn't know that at the time, so Adam ordered a second one, so we've actually got 2 covers.
We're
Oh,
swimming
they could be
in-
friends.
We've got 2 covers, but only 1 pillow.
We're overstocked with body pillows.
Oh, I need to get full Puppet Jack and the body pillow.
Well, you don't. You really don't need to do
So when
that.
people on my streams are like, where is Puppet Jack, Matthew? I'm like, a pro engagement.
Where is it?
I didn't know where it was until Andrew was like, hey, have you seen that cable? And he opened it, and it's just Puppet Jack staring out the cupboard. Like, because, it's a puppet. He has to be facing you, I guess, when you open it.
Aye.
Or it would be weird. Anyway. The original NWO, Nash, Hall, and Hogan.
Oh, okay.
Goodness me.
Well, Hogan's the wild card because he was the third man.
I would say Hogan's the brains, me.
Well, I'm going to say Hogan's the wild card. I'm going to say that Nash is the brains, and I'm going to say that Razor's the looks.
Oh, well, big sexy Kevin Nash.
Yeah,
All right,
Looks.
fair enough.
Wild card was Scott Hall, because got unpredictable, especially near the end.
I agree with that
And
one.
the smartest man in wrestling, Hulk Hogan.
I'm going to change my mind and agree with you as well.
Yeah. The Elite. Oh, here we go.
Is that Kenny in the book?
Kenny Omega and the Bucks. Matt and Nick.
I'd go Matt is the looks, Kenny is the brains, and Nick, even though he's always flawless, is the wild card.
I'll say Nick's the brains because he edits being the elite and stuff. I'll say that Matt is the looks and Kenny is the wild card because he's just a crazy guy.
Kenny's the looks. Matt's the brains because he does all those Northern Light suplexes, and that takes a lot of mental energy. And Nick is the other one because I don't have much after that.
We've all gone all different ways with that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great minds, battling it out.
The triple threat. Oh, the original triple threat he's put in.
The
Shane Douglas.
the last one's going to be us, isn't it?
Oh, that'd be fun. Oh, it is actually the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I didn't think about that. Well done. So it's the original triple threat, which is interesting. Shane Douglas, Benoit, and Malenko. For me, the triple threat's Douglas, Bigelow, and Should we do Douglas
I don't want to
Bigelow and
say. I just want
Candido
to be
instead?
like, was Benoit the look? So I don't want to do that.
Go on, just give
How
us
can
the
you not do
soundbite. Just
Benoit as
say-
the wild
I know,
card?
yeah, of course,
Like,
of course, yeah.
hang on.
So who is it?
We'll do Douglas Bigelow and Candido instead.
Okay.
Candido looks.
Yeah.
Douglas
Oh, he's a good
Brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bam Bam wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Douglas is the wild card,
Okay.
given that he
does weird stuff.
he
man.
had this tradition of, you know what, WWF sucks,
Yeah.
and then signed there. You know what, WCW sucks, and then signing there. Everybody, he was always insulted people after he insulted them, so I think it's pretty wild.
He's a wild card boy.
Yeah, it worked for him. And then Bambo is Bambo.
Bambo.
Bambo. Bambo, big ol' Bam.
Bambo. We'll move on. The Undisputed Era. Oh,
So we just got to
Adam
choose
Cole,
any three.
Kyle
Oh,
O'Reilly,
okay.
Bobby Fish, or Roddy Strong.
Well, I want Cole to be the brains, so then I'll say Strong as the looks. But that Cole can't not be the looks.
Yeah.
We all disagreed though on who was the handsomest of all.
Oh, it's Adam Cole all
It is
day
Adam
long.
Cole.
Yeah.
Cole's got to be the looks. Cole's the looks.
Yeah, I think
But
we
he's
Cole's
the
the
brains
looks,
as
yeah.
well. I'm gonna have to make Cole the brains and then Strong the looks and then O'Reilly the wild card.
I don't think you can pick anyone else but Cole to be the looks,
Fair
unfortunately.
enough.
I remember that when
Yeah.
he was cutting that promo. Oh, my goodness. I shared it on Instagram. I was that blown away by how good looking he was.
Yeah.
Remember, I shared it on Instagram.
He's a beautiful man.
He's a beautiful man. So Cole for looks. Brains would then be Kyle.
Whoa.
Kyle would always have a plan, wouldn't he, in the tag team matches?
You could say Strong because he turned on Pete Dunne, and
You could say Strong.
that's a bit of wild card behavior though at the same
That
time.
is wildcard behaviour. Yeah, I'll go Roddy wildcard just
Fair
for the
enough.
turn. And then Kyle, because he always had a plan.
I agree with that. Yeah. Sorry, Fish. Evolution. Triple H, Ric Flair, Orton, and Batista.
Okay, Triple H is the cerebral assassin.
He
He
thinks,
is.
Nah.
he thinks more.
He's the brain.
That's a good
throwback.
Randy Orton's the looks because he's
Yeah.
the best looking one. I love Batista, but Ric Flair's the wild card.
Yeah.
He just at that
Yep.
age, old Ric Flair, old man Ric Flair is the wild card.
Yeah. Especially on those cross-country trains.
Oh, no.
DX, the original of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and China. I'll put Rick Rude in there as well.
Shawn's the looks, Triple H is the brains, China's the wild card.
Yep.
Yep, nailed it. Team Extreme, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and Lita.
I was gonna say Jeff's the looks, but he's the wild card all day. So I'll say Lita's the looks, Matt's the brains, Jeff's the wild card.
Yep.
But Jeff could be looks or wild card,
I'd say Jeff
just
Hardy's.
not brains.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff Hardy's the looks.
I'm enjoying this. This is a great.
Matt
research
Hardy's the
piece.
brains, and Lita's the wild card.
Okay, fair enough.
Because, you know, Edge.
But Lita
So-
could also be the looks.
She could. She was in
Good
my
look at Jeff.
on my team sheet. Yeah, I know. Look at
What's
Jeff.
someone to say? Probably She-Hulk.
They're
or
all
someone
good.
small like that.
You
It's
know
just like
what?
everyone looks at Matt Hardy and goes, well, you know, he's old now because he's getting old. But everyone this day looks at Jeff Hardy and goes, he's in his 20s still, right?
I feel bad because next to a normal person, Matt Hardy would be a good-looking guy, but
Yeah.
it's just because his brother's gorgeous. It's like
Sucks, doesn't it?
Gorgeous. I really passionately said that there because his brother's gorgeous.
You know how to
Jeff's
say
so
it.
fit. Jeff Hardy, so fit.
Oh, say, why does he keep on getting passes after all the stuff he did? Look at it. World's a cruel place, kid. I'll stop there, even though I could name plenty more, because I'm sure you've already been recording for 3 hours as it is. Hey! You nailed that. So, bonus final round. Cultaholic Podcast panel, Maffew, Jack, Ross. If we have a fill-in this week, please do this question twice to make sure they're included. And hope that last one creates some strong discussion, fellas. For the record, the answer is Puppet Jack for all three.
Yeah, I'll do.
Aw,
I think the answer's quite simple.
go on.
Looks over there, brains over here, wild card in the middle.
I'd like
You think
to,
so? I would put you as the brains.
Would you? I'd come up with some utter tosh on this podcast.
No, but that's people are most passionate responses to Ross. You drink more caffeine and do more gym work and do all the drugs because he's so good and passionate, and that's what we want to hear.
Can I be the brains, please?
I was going to say Jack is quite clever when he's on.
When he's on.
I didn't even mean this. That brain said, "Say something nice." The right brain went, "No." I
Try
tried,
a spat,
Jack.
but I think you moved at the right time. And yes, you met. That was class.
That's a shame because I would have loved your saliva to have been on my body.
Goodness me.
Goodness me.
What
Crikey.
about what say you, Jack?
I'd like to think I'm the brains, but I don't know. I don't know. No one wants to say one of the good ones for themselves, do they? Everyone wants to be the wild card.
Just say it, Jack. Just say it as it is.
Yeah, no one wants to do that.
Yeah.
The two people who just did it.
Well, I don't know.
What do you think?
Richard, say it. Come on. Lay it on thick, big
on.
boy. Who are you picking, Richard? The brains?
Oh, he's making
the
him
looks?
do it. He's actually making him do it.
Hey, we can't really hear me on the mic.
No, we'll repeat what you
We'll
said.
pretend to hear.
Maffew can be the looks because he's got a nice shirt on.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Ross can be the brains because he got the Christian thing right.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And he made him be the wild card.
By default.
So there we go.
So we've
He's
got
gone.
Maffew the looks. We've got Ross the
Wouldn't be able
brains.
to hear me there at all.
Yeah, we've got Maffew. Well, we'll give you reasoning. Maffew's the looks because he's got a nice shirt on.
It's the same shirts that he would wear.
Ross is the brains because he got the Christian thing right. What's the
Yep.
Christian thing?
From Rampage.
Yes. And then.
Oh, I'm
because-
in the Christian thing with the team up on the actual
And
Christ.
that as well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm the wild card by default.
Yeah, because you're friends with Mugabe. That's right.
Mugabe Priestley.
Mugabe
Robert Mugabe
Jesus.
Priestley.
Thanks for all the great content, lads, especially after the past year. All the best. Owen from near Leeds.
Yeah, that was a good one, Owen.
Owen, thank you very much for keeping that.
From Thirsk, North Yorkshire.
Thank you very much for that fantastic research.
That was a good one.
pieces.
That was a
Much
good one.
appreciated. If you have any that are good or bad, we'll decide. Please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
It's Cultaholics.
What a lovely podcast. Mm-hmm. And it's time for just one more question, and that is, of course, to get all the algorithms sorted out. Can SummerSlam eclipse CM Punk's probable debut on AEW Rampage?
So just count down the keywords there. We've
Yeah,
got
go on, hang on.
WWE.
Yep.
We've got SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We've got CM Punk.
Yeah.
We've got AEW. And we've got Rampage. Maybe, if that fits into 100 characters.
And we've got
Wait, what if-
Eclipse as well, which is just
Ember
nice.
Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if the curse of the podcast is CM Punk is like one of those early UFCs? CM Punk was stretching backstage and a pipe fell on his head. You know?
A pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb just fell on his head.
Pipe
bomb.
CM Punk took a wrong turn on the way to Chicago and got lost.
Imagine if they did the even ring. CM Punk is currently stuck in traffic.
Have you seen Dumb and Dumber? Where they just go the wrong way across the country for a while. He just does that.
You know, the Rockies are pretty flat.
He lives in
John
Chicago.
Denver was full of
He lives in Chicago. The show's in Chicago. He still gets lost.
Yeah, he does.
CM
yeah.
Punk's tram has been cancelled.
He slipped on mustard next to a hot dog cart on the way. That's all I know about Chicago. Mustard on hot dogs, no ketchup. Trams,
Yeah.
Windy City.
Pro Wrestling Tees.
Oh, yes.
CM Punk is currently browsing Pro Wrestling Tees.
Kanye West is from there.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he was born there, but I think he grew up there. You know the song Homecoming with Chris Martin from Coldplay? That's all about Chicago. I met this girl when I was 3 years old. She said, my name is Windy and I like to blow trees and yeah. It's all about Chicago.
It is weird though, like Americans
I'm really
can do
I'm really
songs
good
about
at-
where
I've
they live
interpreted
in their
the rap.
state and their city, and it's normal. But you never hear like, I'm from Bishop Auckland, I drink lots of cider. You know, it just doesn't really work the same, does it?
I'll try to think of any national.
I mean, it's like,
city-
I'm coming
city pride
home,
song.
Newcastle.
Yeah, there's that.
There's that.
Which is sort of seen as a bit of a joke song now. Up here.
Is it?
Is it not?
See, this is what I mean. You
Fog
know?
on the Tyne.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Thou shall have a fishy on a little dishy. Thou shall have a fishy when,
When
the boat comes in. Dance for your money.
Dance without it when a boat comes in.
But it's not like, you know.
Thou shall have a haddock when the boat comes in. Sometimes they specify what kind of fish
Yeah,
it
they
is.
do.
Yeah.
It's like you have to, when you go to the restaurants around the area, you have to sing it like that.
What can I get for you there? I shall have if you've got to actually sing it to them.
Mushy peas for the daddy.
Ketchup on the side.
We don't have any.
SummerSlam
Oh.
cannot do anything. It cannot do anything to eclipse Punk if he does indeed rock up. They could have
Yeah.
John Cena win the title, and I think still on Monday morning it'll all be about CM Punk.
Yeah, I think so as well. They might go if they went double Goldberg Cena, double headlines.
I think they need to bring in, honestly, someone like Barack Obama. Barack
One more time.
Obama.
Just to
I said Barack there, like Michael Barack,
who could
former
they?
Chelsea midfielder.
I don't think there's a wrestler on the planet they could bring in that would be bigger than CM? Who's a more anticipated return than CM Punk? No one, I don't think.
There's literally nobody.
I don't know if there's anything they can do.
This has been 7 years in the making. This has been our entire YouTube careers, where there's been like CM Punk speculation each and every week for 7 years.
Are you staying up for it?
I am, yeah.
I am as well. Partly because I'm working late this weekend anyway, but it'll help get my body clock.
Yeah.
But I think I'd stay up anyway. It feels historic.
To talk about the gym once more, me and Owen are going to go for a late session, I think, tonight, and then just to get the body pumped before AEW Rampage. That's the saddest sentence I've ever said in my life.
I've been twice. Him and Owen.
That's a positive message.
I've been twice. Him and Owen have been like 5 times now.
We're basically in a relationship now, me and Owen.
That's great, that.
Massage each other down.
Are you like spotting one another?
No.
Are you not?
No.
It's the save bench that like is already.
I do the safe one, mate, because I'm not confident enough yet to give it the.
I was gonna say I only because I get my arm seized up. I only do it if I've got someone at the spotters, but if you got someone there, because then if you're doing or you're taking turns on the equipment or whatever, you can go, come on, 7,
each other up.
8, 9, go on, like one more. Oh, it's so good. That's when friendships are really fun.
Come on, fight for it, man, will you?
In between me and
I'll tell the office you couldn't do 3. You know, and then,
in between sets, me and Owen were just saying stuff like, "My hamstring's really sore," just stuff like that. It wasn't. Yeah, my hamstrings have been sore for the first time since in like 2 months. I did where you lie on the thing and go like you curl it with your legs.
The prone
Hamstring curl.
Hamstring curl.
So you're lying face down and you curl it. You curl the.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You can also do, it's the same as just doing that basically.
I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. Anyway,
SummerSlam. What do you think? Can SummerSlam eclipse AEW? CM
I don't know.
Punk?
What's the card? Nikki Ash versus Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. I'm sure it'll be a good match.
Messy sitch.
I don't know. It's weird because it's all 3 of those people. Like, can they just do something else?
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
They're all good, but not the booking hasn't been.
Yeah. Roman Reigns versus Cena.
That could be
good.
Man.
Please have Reigns win.
Yes. I think he will.
God.
I think Reigns will win.
I think Reigns will win.
Yeah.
Lashley versus Goldberg.
You know what? The results of this show could all depend on if Vince sees the CM Punk debut and goes, "We need something to change," and then makes Cena win.
And that's Goldberg and Cena come back and win. Ted's his chair, and the chair must have that written back.
What could be the modern day equivalent of that?
The Nexus.
the Voodoo King.
Skip Sheffield.
The Voodoo King Maffew.
That's right, we re-signed Billy Gunn. The Usos versus Ray and Dom.
That'll be a good match.
Yeah, it'll be a good match, and we'll get a dramatic ending.
Just to see, Mysterio's not win, and Dom go, "It's you holding me back, Dad." And he's like, no, son. Yeah. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. Oh, that'll be good.
Potential show stealer.
Edge versus Rollins.
Potential show stealer.
I'm sure one of these matches everyone goes, "That was really good, and I liked it, and I loved it," and I'll be like, "Oh, I couldn't care."
I hope Sasha and Bianca goes ahead, by the way.
Oh, yeah, is it? PW Insider last night, I think it was, yeah.
That'll steal the show.
Until the podcast comes out, and then that'll change, obviously.
That's the match of the night, I reckon.
Sheamus versus Priest.
That'll be all right.
I think
that's what they call a sleeper match.
Yeah. Right.
Don't sleep on that one.
I will not sleep on Sheamus. Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal.
Ugh.
Next.
No.
Bliss versus Eve Mutant next.
Ugh.
And Stars Nomos versus RK Bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Feel
people
good
will love
moment.
that.
Like
Yeah.
SummerSlam 92.
I'm just
I
waiting.
can't wait for them to win
Yeah,
the
that
titles.
91.
And then the car one comes up. And new tag. And then Randy hits one of RKO.
I'm waiting for Randy to hit RKO AJ off Omos, off his shoulders. I've got that in my mind, and I want to see it now. And if it doesn't happen,
That could be awkward to do.
even though they've never hinted at it, I'm still going to feel like robbed. I'm like, oh, they didn't come up with my very specific spot.
That's why Triple H said what he said for people like you. Don't try and fantasy book. Just get what you're given and enjoy it, okay? Get your bowl of slop
Forgot about that.
and enjoy it. Don't try and fantasy book things.
And Dave Meltzer's like, okay. Triple H.
So I think that they can't overshadow the Punk debut, but what they can do is put on a good show.
Yeah.
And I think that'll shine them in a good light if they just do that. They just don't try and out sensationalize the sensation of CM Punk's return. Just try and put on a good show, and I think people will appreciate them for it.
It's going to be a fantastic weekend of wrestling.
Yes.
The winners, as always, are the fans.
Yeah.
The winners are you.
Oh, wow.
And you and you.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No. We'll move on.
Told you I'm the wild
So
card. I didn't
good.
even know that.
Bit by bit.
There'll be loads of people
so
who don't
great.
understand why saying it once is
Ah,
alright,
yeah.
but saying it multiple times is bad.
I forgot which song it was. Move on with the end of the podcast. Matthew,
Hey, look, it's the end of the podcast.
Weekend all round.
What have you got for us on tap, Jack, before we do another podcast?
This weekend, I'll be doing What Happened At videos after SummerSlam and TakeOver. Also, that Twitter reactions video is up if you haven't seen it already on the channel. It's called like Reacting to Your Most Outlandish SummerSlam Predictions. And Twitch streaming with Owen next week, as always, Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
Ross.
Let's run through the list, everybody. Pitches for SummerSlam 2021 with myself, Jack, and Andrew are on the... And I always call him Owen. Myself, Jack, and Andrew are on the channel right now.
They're like a photo negative of each other.
They are, really are. SummerSlam 2021 predictions are on the channel right now with myself and Andrew Hodkinson as he continues to try and see what's in my bag. What's in your bag, Ross Tweddle? Tell us what's in your bag, you bastard. I will when I'm ready. Next up, we have NXT Takeover 36 predictions. They're going on the channel today. If that's, I presume that's before the podcast, so I'm going to assume they're on the channel right now. Tonight, we have a live stream, Alicious, with Adam Pacitti for AEW Rampage, which is obviously a few hours after this thing goes live, where CM Punk will definitely debut.
To see if he debuts.
Then we'll have some news videos covering that in the morning, obviously, with Sam and Adam, I think, is on those things. And is it you?
Honestly, we've got several people on hand.
On hand,
depending
ready
on
to go.
when he debuts and how. Yeah.
Tomorrow night, Adam will be doing a live stream for SummerSlam 2021.
Yes.
That is the thing that's happening. He'll be doing What Happened That, as he said. I'll be doing WTF Moments for SummerSlam 2021. Tom Cam will be doing Graded for SummerSlam 2021. NXT TakeOver 36 coverage. Adam will be doing his live stream on the YouTube channel. He'll be doing What Happened That. Tom, I think, will be doing Graded. I'm not doing WTF because NXT is too watertight to do that show and not make it like a minute long and a waste of time. And then on Monday, other things will happen. Live reactions will be back with myself and Andrew watching the cut down version. So you've got Adam live streaming and the cut version as well with other human beings. You're getting all the best of both worlds.
It's all action stations.
God,
that was like the...
We're not here to be the The best of both worlds is that song. I've forgotten what the words are.
Best of both worlds. The Miley Cyrus one?
No, the
Hannah
WWE
Montana.
version.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
Yeah. We're not. We're not.
Ross.
We
Sounds like a
got the
Bee
best
Gees.
of
Listening to
both
you.
Sounds like a Bee
worlds.
Gees song.
Do you remember when they all mimed to it and danced in the studios with their headphones on?
Oh, that.
2 or 3 years ago, that one.
Yeah.
About the
rubbish.
bland strip. The bland.
Go on.
I keep saying bland,
The brand.
but it was a joke because obviously WWE's wrestling's quite bland
Yeah.
often. The bland split.
Ah.
Oh, God, I'm going to die alone.
I was going to say, Ross, you listing all the things that is happening with Cultaholic this weekend was like the Michelin Webb bit about the football.
Football, wrestling. That was an intro
Yeah.
I never got to do, which I was gutted about, was the parody of that one, just walking down, just wrestling here, there, and everywhere. But I don't know how he does it, David Mitchell, in that segment, that little thing. How's it all cut together, but also seamlessly audio-wise?
He's just very good.
He is very good.
Just
I
reminded
couldn't
me
do
of
that.
YouTube football stuff. I saw the best. I watched the best of Tubes last night off soccer.
Oh.
So good, man. There's one where he goes like, he's on some press junket and it's like Liam Neeson or someone. He goes like, "I'm so lyrically sick. Look at me," and then he goes like, "Oh, drop it down low." Just love him. The Rock one's good as well. Yeah. What? It's something like,
I can't do the noise he does.
I can't do it either. You're Dwayne, you're good looking. Can you smell what? It doesn't matter what the Tubes is cooking. And The Rock's just like, what is going on? It's good. Tubes is brilliant. And he's doing well because he was alcoholic and he's doing really well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he stopped drinking because he had a heart attack. Probably quite sensible.
yeah. I'm glad you told us that.
Anything you got
It is
coming
at the
up?
end of the show. After everything you just hyped up, one, I won't be doing my usual Twitch stream on Saturday because I'll be at North Wrestling. And then two, I think there's a SmackDown Cultaholic Classic review with me and Tom. I don't know. The thing broke. So you guys are doing all the work. I will be sonning off to go to the wrestling and I myself a good time with a bit of rest afterwards. Yes. Mid-card for life, Maffew. But this has been Jack. This has been Ross. It's been a lovely Dick Tubman over there.
Yes.
I've been Maffew. As always, The Patreon is always open at patreon.com/Cultaholic. And so is our mailbox at mailbag@cultaholic.com. But for now,
And this podcast was brought to you by...
Before you said the names.
Oh, is
but-
it same names?
We did it at the start, yeah.
Oh, I
Same
thought
names.
it were last week's names we did at the start.
No, we did this same names.
You get like that
names.
entire month.
But anyone
with Patreon.
of you can get involved.
Any
Check
one
out
of you could
Patreon
be
as
in
well.
this slot right now by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic. Not cool. We are
Cultaholic,
We are
yeah.
Cultaholic, but Cultaholic. You won't get anything if you search Cultaholic.
Yeah. Where have they gone?
We read them at the start. Are we doing them again?
Well, you brought them up now, so I might as well.
All right,
This is how it should go, like normally, traditionally on the
Yeah,
podcast.
okay.
Mark Leslie, Reno 220, and Noah Anderson.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Could
you.
be you if you're not on the Patreon already.
That's right, you beautiful bastards. But for now, we will point at the big screen and say that famous expression that doesn't really work, to be honest with you, but we'll keep on doing it until it does. 3, 2, 1. Join us. Waggle, 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 waggle.